Taylor Watch.
Welcome back to another episode of Taylor Watch. Happy Tuesday. I hope everyone is feeling great. The earth is on fire. The world is on fire. There are rumors afoot.
My God.
I love it. Like, you never know where I'm going. I never want to tell you. I never want to tell you like
it keeps me
how
on
I'm
my
starting.
toes, and I think that's good for the pod.
I think so too.
Yeah.
The world is on fire. Everyone's on fire. Alert the media. Call the presses. Some rumors are flying that normally we would have ignored, but unfortunately, these rumors happen to be coming from a very reliable source.
Yeah.
Entertainment Tonight is reporting that an engagement between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce may come sooner rather than later. What do we think about this, Gia? Because I don't think that we've really said anything about, like, we usually are like, oh, stop, leave him alone. Like, this is crazy, whatever. But the fact that this went out and it's Entertainment Tonight, which is a Tree-Payne trusted source, makes me think either they want the conversation to be happening or it's happening.
No, it's just... I don't know. It's just shocking to me that that would be something that they would have a source tell the press.
I know. I kind of feel the same.
So to me, like, it's hard for me to believe it, even though it is a trusted source. Like, ET has been used by Tree a lot.
For sure.
I don't know.
I'm very curious. I would like to know the motives. I don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, but I need to know. And
I would be extremely happy, obviously.
Yeah,
and
of course.
No matter what they decide to do, I just want them to be happy. But I mean, they just really did seem like they were having such a lovely weekend. How could you not talk about marriage in Lake Como? Like, how could you not? The topic has to come up.
The topic has to come up.
Yeah.
So, of course, yes, we are. All of this news, these potential, rumors are coming on the heels of what seemed to be a lovely little couples vacay between our king and queen, and they were in Italy.
Yep, they were on Lake Como Hotel, Grand Hotel Giamezzo. Lovely hotel.
I feel okay talking about it now. We were on the fence earlier or last week when
I didn't post anything because the pictures, they just,
which I think smart by us.
Yeah,
I just felt a little weird, generally speaking, because it was very paparazzi vibes, and it seemed like they're at a house, and it just seemed weird.
Seemed like very obvious that these were not these were taken with like very like magnified lenses,
100%,
and it just
true paps.
Yeah, exactly. So it felt a little skeevy to like post these, like, I don't know. I just want them to have their privacy, and it's impossible anyways. And obviously I was eating the pictures up, but like,
no, of course, like, we're seeing them. If they're on my timeline, I'm seeing them for sure. But I do feel that we're doing our part by not reposting these photos until and until we're having the conversation about it. But yes, so many a photo has come out since then. First, the photos were, like we said, just seeming a little like, ooh, I don't want to post these. But then they went out to dinner, then they went on a boat ride, and they did all this other stuff.
Very
so
cute.
It was clear that they were spending some time there. This, of course, came on the heels of Taylor's Paris shows. Travis went to her last Paris show, and it seems like they just jetted right over. Rumors are that they went to the south of France first and then Italy. Oh. I don't know if no, there's nothing to substantiate those rumors, but I just have heard that.
Source. My inside source said,
"Oh yeah, Gia has an." I completely forgot about your inside source.
I have an inside source. I have a lot of connections in many countries.
Many a country she's got a connection.
And
she's a world traveler.
Exactly. And he said he works on Lake Como, and he said that through the grapevine, she was extremely nice, very nice to the wait staff, and just was like having conversations with everyone, and just was like a very kind person.
Of course.
Yeah, and that was nice to hear, because I was scared to ask, because if I was like, oh my God, what if I ask? And then she was like, so like,
oh
rude,
God, yeah,
whatever.
Imagine. Or like, oh yeah, they didn't want to
happen.
speak to us, or whatever. No, it would literally never happen. She goes out of her way to like make sure that people like her in that way,
Yeah.
Never rude to like a passerby. That is something interesting I always notice about her, is that she never seems to be having like a bad day to the point where she lashes out on someone. Yeah. Similar like I do.
Right.
Which is often. I'm often lashing out on strangers.
Same.
So we commend her for that. That's her being an adult, and being an actually good person, and not just like a showboater like me.
Right. I also feel like she doesn't put herself in situations where that could happen almost. But yeah, she's never had like an outburst or anything.
No.
Good for her.
I know. That takes a lot of control. Yeah, cannot relate.
No.
Certainly can't relate. So a very exciting weekend, it seemed, or long week for her, it seems. We also had a very exciting weekend. We are fresh off the heels of our, or my first, I don't know if it's your first either. WNBA game where we got to see our Swiftie sister, Caitlin Clark, play.
Yes.
That was very fun.
That was so fun. It was chaotic as fuck.
It was extremely chaotic. You know what I realized after the fact? Or maybe, I forget if we talked about it in real time. Honestly, I was so hungover at that game that my brain wasn't working. Thinking back, it was televised, so they had to fill up the time during commercials.
Commercial breaks, no, for sure. Every basketball game, it's like that. Like the NBA, it's like that too. During every,
I've never been to a game.
Okay.
I've never been to a professional game.
But for some reason, this felt even crazier.
It was crazy.
During the commercial timeouts, they would bring out 50 people to start
nuts.
dancing, and then the mascot was twerking with a Telfar bag. And
Ellie, the Liberty elephant. Shout out to the New York Liberty. They're a really good team.
Yeah,
and they know how to put on a show.
Totally.
We had
we
a
were
lot
very
of fun at
entertained.
Barclays. Yeah,
and great hot dogs.
Great hot dogs. I got some fries. The fries were good, but they were stadium fries, they were fried in a different way than regular fries. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
I liked those.
They are good, but they're a specific kind of fry.
They reminded me
get those fries
of,
at a sporting event
at diners. I feel like
diners sometimes.
They're diner fries.
I would get them a lot like that down south. Weirdly, where they almost seem boiled in something obviously
because they're very crispy.
They're crispy.
Yeah, they have that crispy outside.
It's very hard to describe what I'm talking about.
My mom's restaurant used to have their fries exactly like that.
Ooh, yum. Oh, nostalgia.
I know, bro.
So kind.
Wait, do you want to hear the craziest thing that happened to me yesterday?
Yeah, what?
So yesterday was Francesca's bridal shower.
Right, yes.
Quite lovely.
Everybody looked gorgeous.
Yes, it was a good day, whatever.
I saw some sweet moments between your grandma and Fran. And
yes, my grandma gave her a little outfit that she wore when she got married. Is very cute. And my sister also has my grandma's ring.
Right.
So it was very sentimental.
Very, very sweet.
So funny. My grandma just records everything the entire time. She
of course.
I'm like, where are these videos going?
She's gonna watch them when she gets home. She wants to relive.
Yeah. Okay. But anyway, so we were in New Jersey. So me and my cousin had to take the train back to New York City.
Oh my God! I saw you say this. Yeah.
And there's a single bathroom. So I go in. I put my phone on the counter to go pee, wash my hands, whatever, dry my hands. I go out. Another guy walks in when I go out. He finishes in the bathroom. He walks away. I go in to look for my phone. I can't find it anywhere. I'm like, where's my phone? I literally just put it down.
Yeah.
There's no way my phone just disappeared.
Right.
We're on my laptop doing fine. My iPhone, the guy's still kind of lingering around, whatever. I'm like, I think that guy took it. And my cousin's like,
were you seeing it on Find My iPhone?
No, nothing was coming up because we were trying to connect to her hotspot. It was taking us a second.
Got it, yeah.
Because we were just in the station.
This is my worst nightmare, by the way.
Oh my God. And I was like, I don't want to go up to this guy and be like, give me your bag. You stole my phone, whatever.
You stole my fucking phone, bitch?
I don't want to be accusatory of this random man. So we're looking, whatever. I'm like, I feel like that guy has it. And by this time, he's left.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, well, if he has it, we're done for.
Right.
I don't even know. My cousin's like, just go out and look, see if he's still out there. I go outside, I look, he's still there.
Oh my God.
So I literally run. I'm like, hey, are you sure there wasn't a phone in there? Are you sure? He's like, no, there's no phone. I don't know what you're talking about. I have to catch my train, whatever. I'm like, I have to catch my train.
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? Shut up.
Yeah. And
you're sitting here doing nothing. Doesn't look like you're missing a train right now.
No, he was chilling outside.
No trains are pulling in the station.
I couldn't tell if he was homeless or not, or was on drugs of some sort.
Just a freak.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that.
And so I just had to do it, and I was like, all right, I just need to look in your bag. I'm sorry, but can you just open your bag for me?
That is so funny. And what did he say to that?
He was like, huh? And I was like, just because he had a drawstring bag.
Right.
And I was like, just open the bag, and he was like, oh, okay. And then as he's opening, he was like, oh, this is what you're talking about? Oh, and he pulls out my phone.
That's
I'm like,
so crazy.
I was flabbergasted.
I can't believe he opened the bag and gave it back to you, to be honest. I'm surprised he didn't punch you in the face and run away.
No, I know. Well, it was broad daylight, so
sure,
that would have been
everyone would
crazy.
be around. That would have been insane, yeah.
But I was like, I literally said to him, you should be ashamed of yourself.
And he should be. And he should be ashamed. You can't just take shit. You know what I mean? You can't just take shit that you see. It's just crazy.
And it was so blatant, too. I was like, you were the last person after me. I know that you saw it.
Because it does suck, especially your phone. Like I feel like your phone is something that you're obviously always attached to it, and you do have to put it down sometimes in places, and then you get distracted and whatever and walk out. But there's nothing worse than like you leave it in the bathroom. Yes, you walk out, you immediately realize
I thought I was losing my mind.
I left it inside, and then someone went in there. You wait, you go in, they're not. It's not there anymore. It's like no, this was taken. In the 30 seconds that I forgot about my phone. This man stole my phone for sure.
There was no doubt in my mind that he had it because it was just like, how could it have disappeared? And I saw him walk in and I saw him walk out.
Damn.
So that was my day yesterday.
That would have been.
But I'm just glad I have my phone. Like, it was just the way that he was like, oh, I was like, you smug son of a bitch. And then he came back into the train station and sat right across from me.
No,
like
the balls.
He didn't give a flying
He's
fuck.
just out here looking to steal shit. He's out here stealing phones.
He's not wrong because it's like I wasn't gonna call the cops anyways. I was like just too fucking. I gotta get on this train. Like I don't want to deal with it.
No, you're not gonna. Right.
I have his picture though on my phone. So if you're in Summit, New Jersey, watch out for this man at the train station.
That's so crazy. It really is like nuts. Yeah, I don't know. I'm always very skeptical of the people around me. I know that we're supposed to be like that's the whole thing. Like always be aware of your surroundings, head on a swivel, whatever. I think I've gone too far the other way where I'm suspicious of literally anyone who looks at me. Like if you look at me, I'm like, what's your fucking problem?
Honestly,
like, what do you
I
want
feel
from me? Like I'm always clutching my purse hard. Like even if I see like a little kid on the train, I'm like, what the fuck? I don't trust these kids. They have kids.
I thought I could take a break.
People have their kids go do things. They're like, oh, go steal this or go do this. Like people,
oh no, totally.
Those kids, poor kids selling candy on the thing.
Well,
it's
I was gonna say, there's this girl going viral on TikTok. There's a new scam now. Kids ask you for your Venmo or your Zelle to say like you're donating to like their basketball team.
Yeah.
And they'll take your phone and they'll Venmo themselves like $2,000.
Like of course, it's fucking insane.
It's what happens to the girl.
You literally can't trust anybody. You can't even trust kids. It's nuts. But I'm so paranoid. I'm like the exact
honestly
opposite.
Now I'm like fuck because I thought I'm
crazy.
in New Jersey whatever.
No, people are nuts. People are nuts everywhere. I feel like I had a not a similar story. What was I just gonna say? Something about Saturday. Talking about your phone, stolen, the person.
WNBA.
Bridal
shower.
No, I lost my train of thought.
Huh.
I did have a good time at that though. At that basketball game.
Yeah, it was very good time.
I would like going back to a basketball game.
I would totally go back. I would rather go back to like maybe when they play a better team. Sorry to Caitlin
facts.
Clark.
Yeah, sorry to Caitlin Clark. Well, they're working their way up. They're trying to get that.
There's a reason why they had the first pick because they were the worst team. So.
Right, exactly. We have to remember that.
Yeah.
And so that'll be that. It'll eventually get good.
Yeah.
What did I do? I took my parents to Tiffany's yesterday.
Lovely.
For brunch. Belated Mother's Day.
Lovely.
Because we were in Paris for Mother's Day, and my mom is, cares very much about those things.
Right.
And so we rescheduled. And it all went off without a hitch. It was
lovely,
fabulous.
Good daughter.
And I felt like I did a good job, and it was just a delicious tea. They really do it. They do it up great at Tiffany's. Like it's impossible to get a fucking reservation. I'll be honest.
Yeah, how'd
it's booked out like so far in advance. Well, I was there semi recently, and I made some friends with the people, and then I got myself a little res. But you have to make them far in advance, but it's worth the trouble if you're very into it because like my mom is a massive like Breakfast at Tiffany's fan.
Okay.
Audrey Hepburn, whole thing.
Right.
And so that's what was playing into this. And she, she just loves jewelry and diamonds and things. And
of course, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Obviously. So she, we planned this whole thing. We go, and the Blue Box Cafe is what it's called by Daniel Boulud is like he's the one who's like redone the whole thing. It's so lovely, and it's very much, it caters to people like my mom or like me or anybody who wants that like Breakfast at Tiffany's. Like they play into the whole thing. Like the menu is all themed. It's very like Instagrammable. Everybody's taking photos. Everybody dresses up cute.
Oh, that's so
it's
fun.
like a high tea.
Yeah.
Whole thing. So it's a really sweet afternoon if you're looking for something to do
you
with
guys
like your
look
mom
very
or your
cute.
sister or
cute
something.
Outfits.
Thank you. I was wearing a Miss Frizzle dress.
Love.
Yeah, I was loving it. I almost brought that dress to Paris, and then I was like, nah, Paris isn't ready for Miss Frizzle. But Tiffany's is.
Right, that's
so
true.
that's what happened then. I cannot think of the thing I was going to say.
I have a bunch of things.
There's
like actually way more stuff than I thought.
There was a lot going on this weekend.
There was going to be. First thing I have is My Tears Ricochet being in the It Ends With Us trailer.
Oh my God, that's right that happened.
Yeah.
I'm also getting confused, like what has happened since we last talked. Obviously, I think that happened Friday.
I think so, yeah.
So, right. My Tears Ricochet is in the It Ends With Us trailer, the movie based on the Colleen Hoover book, starring Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Yes. And people were bummed out about that movie to begin with because they were like, the casting's not right, the outfits are not right, whatever. Everybody was talking major shit about it, I don't know, at the beginning. And now everybody's excited because the Taylor Swift song was in the trailer. So I'm excited. I'll go see it. Looks fun.
The second I clicked on it, I heard, we gather stones. I was like, I'm in. I was like, I'm locked in. And
locked in. So good.
I don't like Colleen Hoover. I hated It Ends With Us.
I know. Yeah, I know that you're not a fan.
I'll probably still watch it just to see what Taylor Swift songs are in the movie.
No, of course.
But I don't know. I just the casting of the movie was an very interesting choice, and like Justin Baldoni's like producing it, so like he inserted himself into the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be like their early 20s.
That's what everybody was saying, that they're like too old to be playing the characters.
Especially because wait, did you read the book?
I did, but a long time ago. Like whenever it came out. How many years? I mean, it's old now.
It's old, yeah.
I read it when it came out.
It blew up again because of TikTok. I
read it during like a Depression era, so I really don't know. I know it, but I don't remember the details.
It's just like the fact that
I have it
the
on my
main
shelf
character's
somewhere.
name is Lily Bloom and she owns a flower shop should just tell you enough about
perfect.
how cheesy it is and
no
stupid.
that I know. I certainly know the level of cheese, but I wasn't. My memory isn't giving me pause when it comes to how old they are. Like I wasn't like hung up on that while reading
just because.
But that seems to be everybody's like main complaint though.
It's the age of them just seems very pivotal in the time of their lives. Like it just doesn't make sense to have like a late 30s woman be going through like kind of this young 20s life crisis of like, who am I? Like, what do I want in life? Like, you know, she gets into like an abusive relationship, which could happen at any age. But the timing of it and like her like always kind of reflecting on the past and like that relationship that she had as a kid with Atlas, like it just all seems like the timeline of it makes more sense for her to be in her early 20s
or whatever, almost like and
then she gets like
learning the bulk of life lessons,
you
know, like learning these things and not having like gone through them, and you know, presumably by the time you're in your mid to late 30s, you've learned these lessons already.
Exactly. That's more what I mean.
That makes sense. Well, we'll have to see how it comes out. Like I said, everybody's so pumped up about My Tears Ricochet, and everybody's all in. So that's fantastic.
I will definitely be watching for sure.
As will
I will be seated.
As will I. Speaking of songs in shows, Bridgerton came out on Friday. Fantastic. First 4 episodes. And there's a Taylor song
like
in it. Oh, yeah. I love that bullshit.
Wait, I love Bridgerton, but I hate this season.
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Really?
It's so ridiculous. I like that Bridgerton has embraced how ridiculous it is. Like, once a show has gotten to the point where it's like jumping the shark a little bit, I love it.
No,
like, I'm like, yes, this is great.
I love the costumes. I love the grandiose of it, whatever.
Yeah.
They just kind of lost me with the Penelope. Like, I just don't really love Penelope and Colin. Like, I don't like how he like all of a sudden like she just like changed her clothes and all of a sudden he thinks that she's pretty. Like,
I actually like this duo because we forget, and I had only I say this only because I just rewatched both the other seasons like right before I started this. I was watching them just so I could be all caught up, and I was paying attention to their relationship because everybody knew that they were like getting together this season. So I was like, I felt the same. Being like, do they have enough history for this to like make sense? And they kind of
definitely do.
They like are always hanging out. They're always talking, whatever. And Colin is always flirting with her in like a little sister way.
Yeah.
And I think what we're seeing here is him going off. He went on his trip and he's romancing the ladies all over the world. And then he comes back and he sees her like in a more adult light, like not so much as like her little sister because she was friends with Eloise, now more as like a woman to, you know, have sex with in a carriage, I guess. But you're right, it seemed abrupt.
I don't know.
I wish there was a little more time.
No,
but we're getting more. We gotta get more episodes, right?
There's more episodes.
Right.
I don't know. It just I think it's the predictability of it more so. Like, you kind of know what's going to happen.
I think I kind of like that. I think that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Because in all the seasons, you know that they're going to end up together. Yeah. I don't know. It just, there's no sense of urgency. Like, there's just no, like, risk. There's no, like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was a tweet. I think I literally just favorited it or retweeted it. It was like watching Bridgerton it's saying that Bridgerton is like Coco Melon for adult women.
No, it really
Here it
is.
It says, Bridgerton is Cocomelon for adult women. Bright colors, pretty sounds, absolutely zero stakes.
Oh, that's funny. Yes, exactly.
That's
Zero
exactly
stakes.
facts.
Yeah.
Like that, and to be honest, that's why I love it. Like
Yeah.
I love that I don't even have to think.
No, it's
I'm
a good brain. Turn your brain off TV.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm watching it, and I like even the dialogue though. It still cracks me up, like how dramatic it is, and how like
I love.
It's the end of the world. Like that, their world inside Bridgerton is like the only world that matters.
Literally.
And it's just nice. It's nice to see. But
I love Queen Charlotte.
I love Queen Charlotte.
Yeah.
Love. Bringing it up because Snow on the Beach acoustic was used.
I didn't even notice that. I must have not gone to that episode.
And it was great. It made me like Snow on the Beach a lot more, to be honest. There are a lot of really good, let's see if they have the playlist out already for it.
It always makes me interested. Like, I always am curious to, like, I think that would be another question I would ask Taylor if I ever met her. Like, what makes you say yes to certain things, certain songs being used for certain shows, and what makes you like say no? Like,
totally agree.
What inspires you, I guess? Because do you ever watch the show Heartstopper?
Are they like teenagers?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I've seen a couple episodes.
It's so cute, and they use a couple Taylor Swift songs in that show too, and I'm just.
Is that like a gay romance show? Yeah. I've seen a couple episodes.
Yeah, the British. Yeah, they're so cute, and there's one just such cute scene between two girls, and like they come out to each other, and I forget what song they use for one of the Taylor Swift songs, and I just could not stop crying.
Oh,
it was just very.
That's what I'm saying. Well placed music. Well, you know who does all that, and I did not know this until Austin Swift is the one who does all of her movie, TV, song.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
Choices, I guess. So I'm sure, like, you know, he'll see these things out. He knows the audience. That I love that. I think that's amazing. My brother would be good at that. Like, say that was my like I had to, you know. I was a star and I had all these songs, and you know my brother would be good at like knowing what
I think so
my audience would like.
Yeah, for
that's,
sure.
You know, it's almost like buying
you don't want to like
it's like buying your sister a gift for Christmas. Like they you know what your sister likes, you know what their audience likes. Like it's just kind of I don't know, something about it like makes sense. But so shout out to the Vitamin String Quartet. They're the ones that do like all these covers, which are so good. A couple of other people do others, like ABCDEFU was in there too, acoustic, so good. But that is by somebody called Vitula. But anyway, Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish, which we got to bring her up too today. Yeah. Snow on the Beach, Cheap Thrills, Give Me Everything, Jealous, and Dynamite. All the new songs that were, you know, whatever it's called.
Bangers.
Played
I still get jealous.
In strings. Yeah. In strings for Bridgerton. But so exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Let me think. All right, so
do you want to talk about Billie?
I think we should mention it because I'm worried that people are starting to get infiltrated by, like, I know that we always talk about how we get our information or the tone on things from Twitter a lot. I'm worried that the actual public is being influenced by like troll stands on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel like that's the case with Swifties
it's always
all
happening.
The time.
It's happening all the time, but with this specifically, I think it's crazy. I think we need to set the record straight on like this Billie Eilish thing. So, or actually, no, I'm curious about your thoughts because maybe I'm just being like maybe I've got the wool over my eyes, but I don't think so. So Billie Eilish came out with a new album. I haven't even listened to a single song yet. Sorry to Billie. I love Billie Eilish. Yeah.
Good.
I love her music and I love her songs and I will listen to it. I promise. I just haven't really been listening to music the past couple of days. I've been busy, but came out with a new album, and then at the same time, for 6 hours at a time, we had Taylor released voice note versions, first drafts of 3 songs.
Yeah.
The Black Dog,
Cassandra,
and Who's Afraid of Little Old Me.
Yep.
And so, and they were available for 6 hours to like digital download, whatever. They came out like midnight on Friday.
I think so.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
So people online think that Taylor, this is Taylor shading Billie, and also the other artists in in the world, and trying to stay at number 1 because she's like greedy. That's what people are saying. To me, that sounds like really crazy. And like,
I don't think it's as.
How does she have time for that? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that she gives a fuck. I don't think that she dislikes anyone that much to do that.
I don't think it's as malicious as people think it is, but I do think her label did this to block her 1,000%.
You think the label did?
Yeah, 100%.
To block?
Yeah.
Why block?
Because you want to be the record breaker. You want to be number 1. Like, who doesn't want to be number 1?
But isn't she already? Like, hasn't she been number one?
The longer she's number one, the more records she breaks. You know, the longer she goes.
I guess, yeah. But
the longer you're number one, the longer.
I feel like the only records that she is breaking now are her own, right? Didn't she set all the records with Midnights?
I'm not. I probably, but like blocking this album would help her
stay up.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, stay.
So then, what do we think that like the label is causing issues for her? Because this, to me, having people think that you're blocking other artists on purpose to stay number one, to me is like not worth even doing it. Like, I would rather put it out on a random fucking Tuesday then.
That's why
I don't want people thinking that of me. Especially someone like Taylor, who everyone's so quick to call her a villain for no reason.
That's
it makes
why
no sense to me.
Immediately think it's the label doing it. It is so interesting though, because like those voice notes and stuff, like Swifties love that. I love those. I love that too.
Well, it's just an intimate thing.
Yeah. And like you get to see like like a little bit of the process.
You had to buy them also, right?
Yeah, you had to buy them.
They weren't streaming.
But the buys go to it too.
Thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that, I don't know. It's a weird situation that I feel like Taylor probably doesn't have as big of a foot in as people think she does.
That's more what I think. Like,
is what at least I'm telling myself.
The rollout for things, and especially like, you know, all the vinyl versions and all the whatevers. Like, I think that like, yeah, she knows what's going on, but that's like not her idea. She's not like, this is what I want to do. Like, maybe she probably was like, I'd like to put out these first draft voicemails, you know, work it in there somewhere. And this is what they did with it.
Yeah, it's just very...
But I don't know. Like,
it's just too much of a coincidence, the timing of it. And especially with like the Black Dog and then Who's Afraid of Little Me, like those are like two of the bigger songs. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It just feels too intentional to me, at least.
Like, I don't know. I guess for some reason in my head I came thinking like, what the fuck does she care? You know, like why would she intentionally?
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean more from the label than
from the label.
Yeah,
from the label.
That's what I mean more from the label than from Taylor.
But even then, like why are they putting her in a? So I guess my blame lies with the label. Why are they putting her in a position where she looks like she's blocking other artists from like being on the charts? Yeah. And let's be real, I love Billie for sure. She wasn't ever going to ever come anywhere near close to breaking any kind of record that Taylor ever did. So it's not like we have to worry about her breaking a record.
I don't know.
The Midnights record? No. I mean, she would have. If Billie were close, she would have broken it without...
Definitely not TGBD.
Without dealing with it.
Yeah.
No. But I don't think...
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, like, I don't think that those 3 voice notes are the reason that I haven't heard anybody talking about Billie Eilish all weekend. And she's very much in my circle. Like, I'm not saying that the album is good or bad. I have not listened to it, like I said. But normally, when a new album comes out, I'm seeing it nonstop. Ariana Grande, I saw that shit 24/7. Beyonce, 24/7. Billie Eilish, no one. Where is the promo? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's kind of how I feel. Like, and again, I love Billie Eilish, and she comes up on my thing. I'm the target audience. I would see a lot of it, and all I'm seeing are Taylor's blocking Billie. That's literally all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've not seen one bit of promo, like the regular promo for her album.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know. To me, it sounds like it's a record label thing, and I think we have to remember that too. Like, there's just no world in my mind where Taylor Swift says, "Put these out the same day of Billie's."
No, there's no way.
You know what I mean? That's fucking insane to me. And it's insane for people to think that and to blame Taylor for it online. It's pissing me off, to be honest. That's why I'm like saying this. I don't think anybody like I just think that these are upset fans who are wanting to like cast blame somewhere,
right?
And they're putting it in the wrong place.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And I think all these record labels kind of fuck with these people a lot. Like even Billie herself is like, I don't want to put out all, you know. She is shading with the vinyl variants, but then she puts out 20 vinyl variants of her own.
I think it stems from that too, like that shading, whatever, about the vinyl variants. I think that extends into this 100%.
Totally. Well, then then I see 100 threads over the weekend of Billie like being a bitch to Taylor. You know, that Women in Media Awards, whatever, that Taylor gave that long ass speech and introduced Billie as like Woman of the Year award, and then she came up and was like, all of your speeches are long as fuck. Like, you know, like stuff I've been seeing. People are trying to dig up and now create this beef between them.
Right.
And I don't necessarily think that there is any beef. I don't think that they're friends, but I don't think that there's beef. I think that Billie Eilish loves Justin Bieber and, you know, probably has worked with Scooter Braun or whatever, but I don't think that they like, I think past that, they're both busy and they both have shit to do and they're both award-winning musicians. And it's just annoying. Again, another album comes out, and whether it is the label's fault for putting her in that position to look malicious, it's like, who's doing this? Who's working on this right now? Because it's a fucking problem. It's too easy to like turn her into a villain by doing that. Yeah. Why not wait a couple days? Who cares? You know?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Shit.
I agree. The timing of it just makes it all look so bad, and
for sure. But that's what I'm saying. Who with a brain isn't thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
right?
why now?
Right.
Yeah, just stupid.
Right.
It's feels like this is such a good time for music and women in music, but it's also like, why does this keep happening with the putting?
And by the way, it's only Taylor. Like, it's everybody. Like, nobody's saying. You know, people are putting albums out at different times. They're all moving around, whatever. Taylor did. She didn't. It's not like she put her album out at the same time as everybody else. Yeah. She waited until after Beyonce, after Ariana. Yeah. You know, happened to be a month before Billie. It came out a month ago, by the way. So it's like, you know, it's just what else can she do, and how long are people going to be like mad at her for people streaming her music? Like, I just don't. You know what I mean? I don't get it. So I guess that's just something that we have to deal with moving forward. The concerts in Stockholm were just bursting at the seams with excitement.
She was serving Minion
/ Swedish flag.
Yeah,
which is great. Do you have the? I can look on our Swiftie app if we want to look at the songs, or do you have?
No, I don't have the songs.
I'll look on Swift Alert.
Last night was How Did It End? And like 3 1989 songs, right?
The Max Martin medley.
Yeah, Martin medley.
It was Message in a Bottle, which I did not know was a Max Martin song, and I love that song. Ooh, I can be the one that you dream. Ooh, message in a bottle is all
I like don't know that song at all.
Here hoping to get through to you. I love it. Well, it's a red vault track. Yeah. I know the red vault track's like the back of my hand, but the rest of red I don't know. Okay, here we go. Last played. Message in a Bottle. It's How You Get the Girl and New Romantics.
Love How You Get the Girl.
That was the Max Martin medley.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really sweet how she introduced it, being like, I'm going to do this. Max Martin is Swedish, which is why she did it.
Oh, okay.
And he's very famous in Sweden. Okay. Obviously, he's, you know, homegrown. And so she said at the beginning of it, she was like, I'm going to play a few songs by someone who's in the audience and worked with me, and he's a genius, but he's a shy genius, so I'm not going to bring him on stage, but I am going to do what I like to call the Max Martin medley.
Okay.
And she was like, this first song I'm going to play is one that we never got to play live because it was from the Red album, and he always said he wanted to hear it live, which is why she did Message in the Bottle. And then How You Get the Girl is obviously great, and the New Romantics brought the fucking house down.
And baby, I could build a castle out of all the bricks you threw at me. And every day is like a battle. And every night with you is like a dream. Baby, we're the New Romantics. Come along with me. Heartbreak is a national anthem. We sing it proudly. Banger.
You know what, though, about New Romantics? It was on... I never, for some reason, when 1989 came out, listened to the deluxe version. And so I never listened to New Romantics. That's a song that I've had to memorize in my old age. How Did It End? Also, like you said.
Yeah.
Night 2 was Guilty as Sin on the guitar,
Banger.
which everybody went crazy for. And then possibly the most heartbreaking combo of songs that I didn't expect personally. Oh, we have another friend here. Excuse me. Bonjour. Oh. Au revoir. Remember, oh my God.
Yes,
wow,
yeah.
That was instant
that
karma.
was karma.
Damn.
Sorry to that fly.
Oh, that fly's dating Travis Kelce. Anyway, so all right. But I think unexpectedly, the saddest combo of songs, and I think and maybe this is me being sensitive about my own life, but the combo on the piano was Say Don't Go, Welcome to New York, and Clean.
Yeah.
And it was just
that was
something
for the
about
89th show.
Yeah. Something about it was just so heartbreaking.
Well, I feel like those are very you songs.
They are.
Yeah.
Say Don't Go. I totally forgot that song hits me in my feels.
Yeah.
Welcome to New York, of course, and Welcome to New York, when she does it acoustically, it's so beautiful. Obviously the song is great, but it's very poppy and whatever. And, it played in the taxi cabs. We talk about it all the time. and it just reminds me of a good time in New York. And then Clean is, of course, like Clean's insane. And then, but Night One is maybe the most hilarious songs that she decided to play after the news of her potential future engagement dropped. She went on to play Peter first, or no, I'm sorry. Peter on the piano second, but first she played I Think He Knows and Gorgeous Mashup, which is just
I think he knows he's gorgeous. That's
just
which
like
is so cute,
adorable, funny, hilarious. She's adding moves to her thing.
I know.
She's playing into it. Whatever the rumors are going, like whether they want the rumors to be going, whether they're engaged already and this is a soft launch. Lots of people are saying. People think that it happened already and this is a soft launch to the Swifties only. That we're getting inside info. I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But I do think it's interesting. Again, not something I ever thought that we would be discussing in any real way because it's like whatever. But I'm just surprised.
I know.
I'm surprised.
The more that we see them, the more that stuff comes out. Like it just makes sense.
It makes sense.
Did you see all this? Obviously, you did, but the Kelce Jam stuff.
Oh my God, yes.
Like,
with Travis being interviewed.
Yeah,
and
they're like, "What's your?" I am obsessed with the fact that they asked him what his top 3 favorite songs are, and he said "Blank Space" first.
Blank Space number 1, because that's his fucking favorite ass song.
Yeah.
He loves Blank Space. He's always going apeshit for it.
Yeah,
he loves it.
I forget what the tweet said that I sent you, but it was like, I love that like no matter what, this man is a 1989 stand before anything else. Oh yeah, the way writing about him. Is it knocking him off his real Stan song?
Yeah. No, for real. Like, and it's right. He's a 1989 Stan first and Taylor Swift's boyfriend second.
Yeah.
Like he loves Blank Space, and then of course his second and third songs were The Alchemy and So High School.
Yeah.
And then he just does like a cheeky smile every time.
Yeah,
and
it's so
just
cute.
It's great. Kelce Jam looked hilarious and fun.
Kelce Jam is kind of like what I feel like Brianna and Grace do. Like
totally,
it's just like
100%.
them kind of jumping around with like performers, and there's
just like
Travis
on the
Kelce.
stage, right? And then Travis Kelce takes the microphone a few times,
and
starts
like
singing,
yells.
he's drinking,
he's
carrying on, whatever, and they're all just having a good time.
Yeah, and it's
was,
like lit
was
as
Jason
fuck.
there?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I didn't see anything of him.
I didn't either.
But yeah, no.
I saw something sweet about Jason. Apparently, they asked him to be the commencement speaker at Villanova.
Oh.
And he turned it down because it was the same time that Kelce was giving a school closing commencement speech for at Cabrini.
Oh wow! I didn't realize
they're closing the school.
Yeah.
And they asked her to give the very last commencement speech.
Yeah.
So in an effort to like not overshadow that, Jason
that's a
turned
huge
down
honor.
Villanova.
Wow,
That's
good for him. Yeah,
good, so sweet. I think
good for
of
Kylie.
him.
Yeah,
great for Kylie.
Kylie's probably Cabrini's only alumni, like
Totally.
well-known alumni.
Totally sad that the school is closing.
So sad.
But I think
the poor kids got fucked. Like
I don't know. I don't know nothing
they
about
like
this.
told them like mid-semester. They're like, oh, by the way, the school's closing. Yeah, you guys all have to find new schools. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
even
it's crazy.
already. That's horrible.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Wow, those poor people.
A kid that
is it an all-girls school or no?
No, it's boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
Yeah, it's
too.
like it's a D3. It's a big D3 sports school. So like lacrosse, field hockey.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
A kid who I went to high school with actually does crease dive with Dukes, and he went to Cabrini, so that's how I know all the Cabrini tea.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you know so much about it. I had never even heard the name of the school until I saw this.
Cabrini's also
tidbit.
like very close to Villanova too, so it's like another
makes
Philly
sense.
school type of vibe.
And that's all their vibe. You know, they're Philly people. They're Pennsylvania people.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I love Kelce so much.
Yeah, I love that too. So anyway, it was a sweet thing that Jason Kelce presumably did.
But I didn't see anything with Jason at all. All I saw was what was I was gonna say something about. No, that wasn't even relevant. I just saw a video of him and his daughter look so cute. Oh, but also
with the mascot.
Yeah,
I saw that too.
That?
He went to go bring her over to the Eagle, the Philadelphia Eagle, and I guess it was like the thing I saw was like Kelce kids are 3 for 3 on hating the mascot.
Yeah,
I guess there are other videos of the other girls like hating the mascot, which I feel them. I've never liked
mascots are scary.
A mascot,
especially
or like a thing
Swoop.
dressed
Swoop
up.
is not a cute mascot.
Swoop is scary.
Yeah, he's got a big ass beak.
Yeah, he's scary. His eyes are scary.
Yeah,
they tried to make him look cute though. They put his like little headphones on, like how kids wear, and like they try to like make him cute.
I think Travis said that Wyatt's favorite song is "The Man."
That's
Taylor's
adorable.
favorite Taylor song is The
God.
Man. Yeah.
That like almost is gonna make me cry. That's so sweet.
Cute.
Wow,
Yeah.
we're just raising another generation of proud feminists.
Yep.
We love it.
Yep.
But yeah, other than that, in Sweden, it seems like they had a wonderful, wonderful few days of shows. Happy for them.
Yeah. Yeah. The freaking prime minister was there.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah,
I
that
forgot.
was
First
first
world leader
ever.
to like
Yeah.
go to one of her things, which it is kind of crazy that none of the. Well, no, I guess what Joe Biden's gonna go to Taylor Swift. The Obamas went, didn't they?
I think after
they went
his
to-
presidency. I don't think they went during, right?
No.
Yeah.
Eras tour didn't start until.
Oh no, I thought you just meant like in general during a show.
No.
Yeah.
But for some reason I have a vision of them at a concert. It could have been Beyonce, like maybe Michelle at Beyonce or something.
Probably.
I just feel like I have a vision of them at a concert. Let's see, did the Obamas?
But I think
Go to-
Swedish is like one of the funniest languages ever. Like they took this picture of the prime minister and the caption is Ulf Kristersson, our Swiftie, confirmed.
It's amazing.
Oof.
Oof, Kristersson. No, they did not go. Biden and Obama did not attend Taylor Swift concert. Fact check.
Oh, I guess the prime minister of Australia also went to his show.
Oh, interesting. People were talking about how Sweden was the only person.
Imagine King Charles goes.
Oh no, what just happened? Oh,
What
I thought I was
happened?
being called for.
Oh, the dozen?
I thought I was, but I'm not.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, exciting stuff. Very
Yeah.
cool. I'm trying to think what's next. What's next on her list of where she's going next?
I don't
Let's
know
see.
what's next.
I'll tell you.
Holland?
I'll tell you.
Denmark? Somewhere close, I'm trying to
Swift
think.
alert. I love this. Love this app.
Wait, can I guess?
Oh yeah, you. Yes. I don't know
was
if
I
you.
close?
What did you guess?
Denmark.
No.
Germany?
No. Think.
Oh. Europe? Yeah, right?
Yeah, Europe. But think more east.
Oh.
I think.
Poland?
No. Sorry, west.
Oh. Portugal.
Yes.
Lisbon.
Yes.
Yep.
Lisbon. Only 2 nights in Lisbon. 24th,
Oh,
25th.
interesting.
And then she goes to Madrid for 2 nights, 29, 30.
Quigs. I was told that Quigs was going to be in attendance for the Lisbon show, and I was dying to think that he was going to be there, but he got tickets for his girlfriend to go with a friend.
With a friend.
Yes.
Okay.
And I was like,
okay.
damn, I really wish we could have seen Quigs
Got
at
it.
the
Oh my
store.
God, that would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow, I wish he was
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is a good little lineup here. We've got Lisbon, night 1 and 2, May 24th and 5th. May 29, 30, she's in Madrid. June 2nd and 3rd, she's in Lyon, which is in France, I believe.
Yeah.
And then 7, 8, 9, she's in Edinburgh, which maybe I'll go.
I would love to go
That
see
sounds
him.
nice. And then she's
Scottish.
in Liverpool 3 nights in a row, Cardiff, London, Dublin, Amsterdam, Zurich. God,
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
just
she's
got
all
so
over.
much more to go.
Amsterdam. Security Dan is going to Amsterdam.
No shit.
Yeah.
4th of July is Amsterdam. 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Security Dan is going to. I'll have
Yeah.
to talk to him about it. I didn't even know. Who's he going with?
I don't know. I told him he can come on the show after to recap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love that. I would love to hear his thoughts.
Did you
anyway.
see that someone's trying to sell the 22 hat on eBay?
Yeah, I did.
For
and
$20,000?
I'm not so sure about that. So did you see as well that some other Swiftie like reached out to the family that got the hat and was like, hey, I just want you to know that like it looks like someone's maybe took screenshots from your TikTok and is like trying to sell your hat or whatever. And they're like, no, it's our listing.
Yeah.
Which, okay. So I have 2 sides to this thought. One is
I hit my head on this. I'm sorry. I know.
Maybe if I twist it like that a little for you.
I'm sorry.
There you go. Is that better?
I'll just do this.
Okay. I just feel bad. It's right up in your.
I just have a big head.
It is also like the
it's
TV is
It's like stuck up.
Maybe let's
Yeah.
go push. Maybe push on both sides. Push back.
That's further back and can go. Oh no, you're
No,
right.
it goes more. Yeah. there we
Yes.
go.
Okay. Thank
There we
God.
go.
Thank you.
Nice. I don't know who's doing it before. So now my microphone is all. So
2 thoughts.
2 thoughts. The 22 hat. Obviously, it's a huge honor. It's a big, massive moment in your life, especially if you're a fan, for these little kids, whatever. Once the moment is over and you have the hat in your house, I understand you keep it, oh my God, memories, whatever, keep this for your whole life. There are people who are collectors and there are people who need the fucking money.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Taylor gives these hats out with the assumption that these people are going to like keep this hat forever. And so I'm wondering, like, what do we feel about these people selling it? Like,
so different.
maybe it's a little soon, but
if it was,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not like bent out of shape about it.
Yeah, it seemed like I saw the page, and it under the listing it said like this is for her college fund, and like I don't know if that's the truth, and if it is the truth, then like I do not blame them at all for selling this hat. College is fucking expensive, and this girl's young. I don't know. It just feels like if it was an older person, it would feel a lot more skeevy.
Completely agree.
But like the fact that it's a young girl, they claim that it's for a college fund. A hat.
They're saying it's for a college fund, and I'll say
it's
this.
a bowler hat. Like, you know, like what
it's
are you
a
going to do? Put it in a
hat,
frame?
And if this little is it a girl or who is it?
I don't know if it's. I
don't even know who it is.
I don't know, but it was a little child.
If this child isn't saying, "Mom, Dad, don't sell my Taylor Swift hat," then who gives a shit? Right.
If it was like against the child's will, that's fucked up.
Totally. Then it's fucked up. Then it's whatever. But again, like, yeah, you're gonna probably sell that hat for $20,000. Somebody's gonna buy that hat. People are gonna try to resell it. People are gonna try to do whatever they want with that hat.
It's like,
and it's a lot of money. And
you don't know these people's story.
Like, you don't know you don't know what they've been through. You don't know their life.
Yeah, exactly. Like if we got the hat, we would never sell it.
Never in a million years.
But that's because we're lucky enough to like not have to be in the position where we need to sell it.
Also that, yes, exactly.
It's also just like, I don't know. You have that memory. You have the pictures, the videos, whatever.
Right.
If you're really in need of money, like it's I don't know. What are you supposed to do?
Exactly. And I just don't think like.
It's not fair to like point fingers and be like, you're a bad person for doing this when you don't know like why they're doing it in the first place.
I agree completely. So yeah, so that's kind of my two thoughts on it. Like I think that that selling it isn't, again, it wouldn't be my first thing, but I probably would put it in a glass case and display it in my house.
Yeah,
Not
so would
everybody is
I.
like that, and there are these children and whatever. I don't think that. I mean, I think it's a tough look when the Swifties find out that you're selling it and whatever. Like that's tough, and so much so that they like. Track you down. Yeah. Like, that's pretty crazy. I'm sure that wasn't anticipated. And I'm sure also, like, if they're selling the hat, they don't give a fuck with what the Twitter Swifties have to say about it.
20 grand, though, is fucking insane.
It's a lot of money.
Is someone going to actually buy that for 20 grand? Like,
apparently.
There's just no way.
What if I bought it? What if I was like...
I would be mad at you.
Yeah, I would be mad, too. That'd be insane. That'd be an insane thing to buy.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You'd have to have, like, serious fuck you money, and then, like...
I feel like a museum has to buy it.
Right? Yeah,
like,
something.
Who's buying a bowler hat for 20 grand? Taylor Swift touched for 5 seconds.
That's what I'm saying, that she wore down a stage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, all she did was wear. And it's a new, how many, I guess 90 hats have been, there's 90 hats floating around in the world. Like,
it's not exactly a one-of-one piece.
No, like, it's exclusive, but not that much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think people get a little too sentimental about things. And, like we said, if you don't know what their life is like, and if they need to sell it, then they need to sell it. You also don't know who's getting the 22 hat until you're there.
Yeah.
Like, this person, they could have just been sitting there, right? They don't know.
No, they don't.
I wonder how they pick.
Me too. I think Taylor Nation. I also, like, these people could have, like, dropped a bag for the tickets. Like, maybe, like, we need the money back. Like,
no, totally, right. Right. You never know. You never know. I think people are passing judgment on this family unfairly. Mm-hmm. And I think, it's their hat. They're going to do what they're going to do with it. Yeah. So no need to throw stones. But
Agreed.
Yeah, personally, I would put it in a glass case and I'll display it in my house.
Me too.
It's because we're big fans. Did you see the rumors? It's kind of funny because it's not true.
Oh.
However, it does like kind of make sense that the NFL is planning or was like coordinating their schedule with the Eras Tour.
Rico, of course, came up to me and was like, "Did you see this video? They're saying that when he goes to Toronto, he'll be in Buffalo." I'm like, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
It does match up like that, but no, people are saying it, and this is why like people are so dumb and how like a headline can be twisted in a way. Mm-hmm. If you read the article, it's that like the stadiums that she's playing at those weekends, they will have like away games. So instead of like, she's playing at whatever Miami's, the Dolphins Stadium. So the weekend that she's at like playing at Dolphin Stadium, Dolphins are on the road.
Right.
So it's like I don't think that is so much like they're not coordinating with Taylor. I'm sure they do that with every single artist that goes on tour. Like they figure out the NFL schedule or they figure out whatever is going on and see how they can make things work and dates work and everything, like scheduling just like anybody else. But I do crack up that like the headline was The NFL is moving its games for Taylor
And
Swift.
so what?
And so what? And they should, by the way.
Also, yeah,
And
what
they
about
should.
it? Like, I want to see her there, so fuck it. I'd rather them
Exactly.
move their schedule around for her.
Move your shit.
Yeah.
Move your shit.
As long as it doesn't, like, make anyone's schedule, like, easier or harder. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't see what the big deal is.
I don't think that anybody's schedule was moved around, like, because of it.
No.
It is a crazy coincidence. Sorry, my God, I'm getting caught with yawns today. Sorry. It is a coincidence, though, that they have the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills are playing together in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Some special game, kind of like how they sometimes play in London.
Or no. She's in Toronto, and they're in Buffalo.
Oh, I thought they were, like, in Canada for a special game.
No.
Wow. So
They
I
might,
was fed
but
wrong information.
Maybe they are, but
that makes sense because Toronto's right across the street from Buffalo, basically.
Yeah.
So, well, anyway, Taylor and Travis are like in the same spot at the same time, and so people think like, oh, will she go to the tour, and then, or like, oh, and I guess she doesn't have a tour the night of the game,
okay,
or something like that. So people think that she'll like be on tour and then like hop skip over.
It's
to
funny
the game.
how we're already talking about
I know.
like the NFL season is like
know.
not. It's really not that far away, but
I know.
It's
But
still
this is
a
like
couple
November.
4 months.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, will she be in Toronto or will she be in blah blah blah?
It's
like,
hilarious.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
but it's so exciting. No,
it's
it
fun
makes
to kick it all back up. I
oh
love
my God,
it.
so fun, and it makes the NFL season more exciting.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm trying
Did
to
you
think what
see-
else I saw. What else did you see?
No, I just want to say shout out. If we're talking about NFL very quickly, I just want to say shout out to Jalen Hurts, the quarterback for the Eagles, because he
what did he say?
gave a great speech about how women are the cornerstone of our like life, and how we need to respect women, and how there's not enough respect, and he has an all-female team, blah blah blah. So I said, that's my quarterback. Screw you, Harrison Butker.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, good for him. Good for
Love
him.
Yeah.
Who else? You saw who else who was jumping on the bandwagon of it? And I laughed, honestly, even though I'm sure it was genuine. Was RG3, Robert Griffin Jr.
He's always
Robert. What is it? Robert
Griffin the third. Yeah.
He said. It was like, women can be lawyers, women can be CEOs, women can be everything.
RG3.
And I liked it. I was like, yeah, thank you. Love it. Amazing. Perfect. It's hilarious. But yeah, that's that. I'm trying to think what else. I think we hit all the highlights.
I only have two things that we didn't talk about. Simone Biles doing her routine to Ready For It.
Oh my God, Are You Ready For It opener? That was amazing.
She slayed. She's
amazing.
Beyond,
I love Simone Biles. I love her.
Talented, incredible, show-stopping.
She just gets better and better. How's she still doing it?
It's just insane.
How many years now has she been doing it? Like, I don't even know. A long time.
Because it's every 4 years.
Every 4 years, but also too, like I remember, like Simone Biles was a part of that original 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They were.
Gabby Douglas, unfortunately, did not do well. She had to
she didn't.
disqualify, I think.
Oh no, Gabby.
I know. Yeah.
That's all right.
It was supposed to be her big time back, I think.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But
Simone was Simone a part of the original 5? Because that
Yeah,
seems like
right?
a long time ago now that I'm thinking about it.
Yes.
I had just
it was
graduated
Simone Biles,
college.
Gabby Douglas, Michaela Maroney, and Allie Raisman, right?
Allie Raisman.
What were they called? The top five?
They were like the
gymnasts?
Fab Five.
Fab Five. Fab Five. Oh no, Fab Five. This is the University of Michigan.
Gymnastics.
Is the Fab Five.
Fab Five Gymnastics. Where are they now? It says.
Fierce Five is what they were called.
Oh.
It was Gabby Douglas. Oh no, she wasn't.
Simone was not in it.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Gabby Douglas, Allie Raisman, Jordan Weber, Michaela Maroney, and Kyla Ross. Kyla Ross. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, the Fierce 5. You're right.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. No, I didn't think Simone Biles could be in it because they were popping off when I was like 2013 or something. Simone Biles was like 10 years, 8 years old, whatever.
2014. Her first Olympics was Rio 2016.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she pops off. She started off her new routine with Ready For It.
Yep.
Crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
Place went nuts. She hit everything.
Do you think
she was
Taylor
just
gave
all
her
over.
Taylor's version?
I wonder. I honestly imagine.
Yeah, I mean,
kind of sick.
So sick.
If she does it like that at the Olympics, then maybe because Summer Olympics, so we'll get gymnastics this year.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
In Paris. Fuck yeah.
I know.
Go.
I love gymnastics.
Yeah, me too. So much, and swimming. Those are my favorites.
Yeah.
My
Me too.
to watch.
Yeah.
Another thing. What's happening? What's going on? Maybe the last thing on your list. The profile pic change.
That was also on there, and then I also just had Taylor stop the show for a second to help fans when they were shining the light.
Oh yeah, fans were shining
lights. Which is
lights.
hard. It's like, because fans do that now. Like, they shine the light to get the artist's attention. But, like, people do that in the show, like during Marjorie and stuff. Like, it can get very confusing. So
Wait, I'm sorry.
So
that is what was going on? Like, people weren't asking for help?
When someone, like, passes out, like, people will shine their flashlight.
Right.
And the person will come help. So during the acoustic set, they were shining the flashlight, and Taylor was like, are you guys, like, trying to get my attention, or are you trying to get help?
Right.
They're like, we're trying to get help.
And they were
she's
trying
like,
to get help.
Okay, I got it now. Like, sometimes I get confused if you guys are trying to, like, just get my attention, or if you guys need, like, medical help.
Because I was confused whether or not they were just trying to get her attention, or if they needed help. That I didn't see the end of. Okay. As always, she's just looking out for her fans. Yeah. It's crazy how aware she is of, like, the people in the audience, because
well, it's hard not to be, especially when, like, you have all those people shining your light at you.
I more so mean, like, I feel if I were putting on a performance like that, I would have to get on stage and then just be like,
like totally in it.
Like in it, or just like blacked out to the rest of the world. Like, I can't like focus on anything else or anybody else. Which, so it ends up sometimes also, things like, go badly there.
Stopping the show is hard too. Like,
stop the show is hard. Yeah. Especially when you're rolling.
Yeah.
The last thing we were talking about is Taylor Nation removed their profile picture on TikTok, it seems.
TikTok, yeah.
Nobody knows why. Taylor Swift also removed her top pinned songs. It was like Fortnite, Down Bad, and something else, and now has replaced it with I Could Do It With a Broken Heart and something else. Yeah. More Torture Poets. So I don't really think that's anything. I think we're just seeing a little bit of social shifting.
Yeah, maybe a social shift. Yeah,
I'm not seeing anything crazy.
I doubt anything comes out of this. I feel like this is a big red herring, as Taylor would say. Time. This is a big bait and switch.
Absolutely.
Everyone look at me. I'm changing my profile picture. Right. But it doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Something else is going on behind the scenes. Yeah. So, well, we'll keep our heads to the ground, ears to the ground, figuring out what's going on.
Yep.
But as far as everything else goes, I think that's pretty much it.
I think that's it for sure. Yeah, yeah, definitely more stuff than I thought. But
way more stuff than I thought. I thought we were gonna have a slow time, but we did not. So if you guys want to remember, Thursday will be our call-in episode / message episode that we will be taking calls and reading messages.
Yes.
And if you would like to submit something, go ahead and give us a call. 347-450-0723. 347-450-0723. You can either leave us a voicemail, or you can text us on that number, or you can message Taylor Watch on Instagram at Taylor.watch. Subscribe to everything. Follow us on everything. Be sweet to us. Be cool with us. Yes. Say nice things. We love compliments and we love attention. So make sure to do all the above. We will see you guys on Thursday.
Love you guys.
Bye.
All right, guys. Quick break for one of our favorite partners ever, and that is Way Hair.
Way.
Way is the best, just in general, for the hair game. I mean, we all know how hard it is to style your hair in the morning.
Yes,
we're both working with our updos
we got ponies today. My bangs are back. That's how I was not loving my hair this morning. And Gia, you know why? It's because I wasn't using my way this morning. I was
about to say
completely
same thing.
Didn't use my way.
Didn't use my way. I made the mistake of just kind of hoping that my hair would not be frizzy and crazy and gross in this weather. Not true.
Lies.
Should have used Way's new anti-frizz cream. It is so good. The smell is so luxurious. Love it. You're too busy to be frizzy. And that's a fact. It's a lightweight.
And that you are too busy to be frizzy, girl.
And that's just so true.
That is like so fucking. It is so true, because I really am, no bullshit. Like, shout out to Way, love this anti-frizz cream, because I'm so sick of my frizzy ass hair. I'm sick of it. Thank God this exists, because it's just ridiculous at this point.
You have a list of things that are already going wrong in your life. You don't need frizzy hair to be on that list.
You really don't. You really don't.
So you need this lightweight, amazing cream that provides immediate frizz control and lasts up to 72 hours. Get busy being frizz-free with Way's new anti-frizz cream. It provides immediate frizz control that lasts up to 72 hours, plus heat protection up to 450 degrees, and helps reduce and repair split ends while quenching dry hair with intense hydration. I always will use the frizz cream maybe once or twice a week, just because it lasts a long time. I only wash my hair twice or three times a week.
Yeah.
And it's so easy. My hair care routine, my hair routine's nothing. I literally just wash my hair with my Way. I like to use the detox shampoo too.
Right.
Once a week. And then I'll just use the frizz cream, blow dry my hair for a little bit, and then just go about my day. It makes it so much easier.
It does. I like the so my whey routine now. I'm fully whey at this point, which is great. I do the detox shampoo as well, and then I do the spray leave-in conditioner on days where I'm gonna like blow out my hair and like do the whole thing and have glam going on, and I'll do a little bit of anti-frizz. But then if I am letting my hair dry by itself, I have curly hair, and I feel like I've maybe worn it like that once in here, and it looked like fucking garbage because it was before I had the anti-frizz. Not kidding. And so if I am wanting to like give my hair a break and let it air dry, I really can't just do that without it looking like garbage, and this anti-frizz is so helpful for that. So girls who have that and I say I have curly hair in the way that it's frizzy curls. Like it's not like it's
Mine's
like,
like
oh,
the
I just
same
need
way,
to think of how to style them. It's like, no, it's just ugly. Like it's not pretty. So with this anti-frizz cream, I put it in and it dries nicely, and I look presentable and I look cute, and it's like, oh, beachy waves. Like who are you? It's so cute. So if you have like that in between hair that's not quite all the way curly, and it's also not quite straight, but it's still frizzy somehow, this is a really good product for you to use. Nope, like not even kidding.
Yeah, really especially good. I really like the wave spray too.
The wave spray is great.
Yeah,
and
I love the smell of the wave spray.
The smell in general of all the whey products is out of control. Like I have so many. They are so kind to us. They send us stuff, and now it's just like completely taken over my life. I have the original spray smell. I also have the body lotion, which I brought with us to Paris.
Yeah, the body lotion's so good. The St. Bart smell is next level.
Next level. I brought that with us to Paris. Everybody was using it the whole time in Paris. And the smell, it's just the smell of the shampoo as well. Like they really got that smell going.
Yeah, it's like just
the
very
sea salt
fresh,
body scrub.
luxurious.
I haven't talked about that in a while. I use it in the shower like every other day. The sea salt body scrub.
I use the St.
or
Bart's
scalp
one.
and body scrub.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Anyway,
so good. According to a consumer perception study, 90% of participants agreed that their hair looked less frizzy, and you'll be way obsessed with Way's best sellers like the leave-in conditioner. This multitasking favorite detangles, hydrates, and fights frizz for all hair types, or their detox shampoo, which we just mentioned, cleanses product buildup, hard water deposits dirt, oil, and other impurities, safe for all hair types, including color treated and keratin treated, and Brazilian blowouts. So frizz-free up your schedule with Way. Go to THEOUAI.com and enter promo code WATCH for 15% off any product. That's THEOUAI.com, promo code WATCH.
Woo. Okay, so now we are at the point in the episode. We have a guest today.
Our first ever guest. Well, real guest.
Yeah. Real guest, yes. Our first guest.
Out of the office guest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Olivia Levin, thank you for joining us today.
I'm so happy
Swifties
to
for
be
Eternity, the Instagram account that is popping off all of the time.
Yes.
Last I checked, I think 580,000 followers you've got going on right now, girlfriend?
538.
538. That's
Oh.
me being dyslexic. I'm like 580, right.
Soon, yeah.
Yes.
Soon, to the moon. We're very excited to have you here because I have so many questions for someone who runs an account like that, because your account, how would you classify it? Would you classify it as like a fan account or like a meme account, or how do you like to present it to
So
people?
originally I would say it was a fan account, and then I've kind of turned it into what I call a fanfluencer account, because I kind of insert
I like
myself.
that term.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah.
I started
like that.
inserting myself into it a little bit more last year, so there's a face behind the account, because there's like other fan accounts, but I feel like what sets it apart is that people like know who I am. So I like to like get to know people, and you can actually build a relationship, whether like if it's a faceless account, it's very hard to do that. So
Absolutely, and too, especially the Swiftie community. I mean, it's all about it's all about connecting with other people and bonding over something that we all love so much. When did you start doing it? Because I know Taylor Watch is different in the way that it's like, we're a podcast, we're a show, we have our clips, we do our we are the people first and foremost, and then the clips kind of come through it. So whenever I see the accounts that are like all the memes, the constant reporting, those things like that, I can tell how much time it takes to do all those things.
Yes.
So at what point did it start like, I'm just doing this for fun, and now it's become like your
real life?
Yeah. So I started the account when I was like 13 or 14 years old.
Wow.
And
God.
How old are you now?
I just turned 24.
Oh, word. Okay.
So
That's crazy.
13.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God,
but
Instagram
I was
makes
doing
that makes me feel old as fuck.
I know.
I was on
Our
Tumblr.
Taylor Watch crew knows.
I was like on Tumblr back in the day when Taylor was was on there,
right.
and like that's where Taylor would connect with all of us, and she followed me on there. And then she actually found my Instagram through Tumblr because it was the same username, and then that's how I ended up meeting her, which we'll get to that later.
Right.
Sure.
That's what I'm saving that for last because I'm someone the most curious about.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So started running that account when I was like 14. Have done it for fun ever since, and it wasn't until I would say early 2023, I had about like 30-something thousand followers. Still just doing it for fun. Like here and there, I'd post like probably every day, every other day, and it was just for fun. Nothing was, coming from that.
Yeah.
And then with the Eras tour, it blew up.
Well, same with us.
That's exactly what happened to us
It's
too.
the exact same thing. It was kind of like right place, right time.
We like literally started ours like 3 weeks before she went to the first Chiefs game. So it was like perfect timing. Like
we had a show before this called On the Other Line, where it was like a call-in show, whatever. It was like through Sling TV. It was like a deal we did with them, and we did that for a while. And we had a segment on there that was called Taylor Watch because we're all it was us and our other friend Madeline, all big Swifties, and the tour had just started. So we just wanted to talk about like
everything Taylor
Swift every day and have an excuse to do it. And then once it like came fall time, we decided that we would start just doing like we just were going to do like one video talking about how the fact that she went to the game.
Maybe like once a month, whatever.
Yeah, like whatever. And then it turned into this massive thing because people are hungry for it. They're so curious about it. Mm-hmm. But so anyway, so you started around then.
Yeah, and then last year it blew up like early 2023, and then just kept growing and growing last year. And then I started doing some brand deals on there.
Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
And then it became like it became like a big part of my job.
For sure.
So I
Is this what you do full time?
I do some like freelance marketing stuff on the side, but like it's a big part of it.
Yeah, no, totally.
It kind of lends itself into it though, for marketing. All of this in general is so much marketing.
It
you know what I mean?
It really is.
It is. It's the same skill set. So it's so much fun. Like I spend obviously hours a day on that account, especially when things are going on. Like if Taylor's on tour, like at a show, I'd be like on my phone constantly. It's like, whoever I'm with, like sorry guys.
I know.
Exactly.
3.5 hours are blocked out right now, and I need to watch this grainy live stream.
My friends call it Taylor time because I do the social for our show. So like whenever like if we're for like the Super Bowl or like the Grammys, whatever, I'm like I'm sorry guys, I gotta lock in. Like they're like okay Taylor time. Like we know like she's gonna be head in her phone for like the next 30 minutes.
Isn't that crazy? And people understand it now. Like I'd be with my family,
totally.
during the holidays around Christmas and Thanksgiving. Like everyone would be like hanging out with the family, and I'm like, guys, I gotta go. If I'm on my phone, I'm not being rude. Like I'm working.
Like I swear, right? This is legitimate, and it's minute by minute.
Yeah.
So the things you post, you post a lot of like I said, memes too, but also you report on things that are going on. Where do you find that information? We mostly get everything from Twitter. We see people tweeting stuff, and we obviously have a knowledge of her music, of her what we think is her personality, and as much as we can know without actually knowing her as a person. Yeah. But we mostly just kind of get you almost fall down these holes on Twitter and everybody says the same thing and you're like, that makes so much sense. This is this. You have an original thought and then you see it 10 minutes later and you're like, wait a minute, I thought of that. It's like crazy. But where do you find the
Twitter a lot, I would say. And then just like word of mouth.
For sure.
People, things get around so fast.
Yeah? Yeah. Do you have like a network of Swiftie, like
people who know things that sometimes happen before
sources?
Right, they'll give you like the inside scoop.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But Twitter is a big part of it.
Yeah,
for
Twitter's
sure.
huge,
Twitter gets things so fast.
Crazy. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like the second like a new merch drops or anything, it's I feel like is it TS Eras tour? That girl,
I think that she
is
on Twitter,
on top of everything.
Yes,
she's so quick.
Her and then
that's like who I get all my stuff from. Her and then like
there was
Tavis
Swift,
Nation.
Oh my God, stop! That is my favorite Twitter account because I'm
Tavis
obsessed
Nation.
with them.
Oh, Tavis
They're
Nation.
great.
I go there for all my Taylor Travis
Swiffer
content.
updates. Swiffer updates.
Yeah.
My girl Swift NYC. Zanib,
Oh yeah,
I love her. She's fantastic.
And Taylor Swift style.
Taylor Swift style.
Yeah.
We die for her.
Sarah, love her.
Have you met her?
She's in Canada, so we haven't met, but we've talked a lot.
Yeah.
She's very sweet.
I die for her. We're on her thing like every day. She's
Kelly.
So quick
Kelly loves her.
She's so quick with the clothes.
She's
crazy.
so good at what she does. I cannot wait for her book.
I pre-ordered her book. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh really?
It comes in the fall, so we'll bring it in.
Oh my God, good for her. That's so exciting.
But that's, how do you, when you're on Twitter and when you're looking through all this stuff, because I know that we struggle with this in a way where obviously we're all massive fans, and this, you know, we're clearly towing the line of like parasocial and all the crazy
not
shit.
even, there's no line. It's parasocial.
It's
parasocial, but it's like kind of mutually
like
parasocial, so it's okay.
Right, exactly. How do you know when you see some of the things and like how far to go with the theories or the guesswork or the stuff that you're posting? Because I think that we hold on. We're definitely very reserved when it comes to that, because like, I don't know about you, Gia, but in my head, I'm always like, well, if Taylor sees this, I don't want her to think I'm like a fucking loser.
1,000%. I don't want her thinking that I'm like spreading lies about her life.
Totally. So like, what have you given yourself some kind of barometer to like, you know,
I kind
not
of
cross that line?
It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
Totally.
When it comes to her personal life and stuff, I kind of try to be careful.
Totally.
Because if I don't want her to see it and be like, you're fucking weird.
Freak. Yeah.
Exactly,
I feel like we tend to
right.
stay away from like anything like personal about like maybe her like body or her like, you know, marriage, pregnancy, family stuff.
Exactly.
Like
very clear
that's
of that.
like her
Right,
lane that we don't
it's not
ever
up to us. It's like whatever she wants to do, she can do. Like I want the best for her. I love her and Travis. That I will post all the Tavis content ever.
For sure.
They're so cute. She seems so happy, so that's
we
great.
love them too. Yeah.
When it comes to theories, though, I think it's really a big part of why the community is so unique is the theories and like the guessing games, even though we're wrong like 90% of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Which nobody really knows what we're
Clowning.
doing. Yeah.
But like
It's
the
still
other
fun.
day I posted, I don't know if you guys saw, but like on the screen at Taylor's show the other day, in the background, it's like Taylor's face, but it kind of built out in smoke or something, and it looks like.
Oh yes, I actually just made that the picture of the blog of my recap. I just
Okay. Yes.
It's right. It's
and
her. It's all smoky, and it's her like falling back into
right.
the smoke. Right.
And
Yeah,
did
yeah.
you notice what picture like of her face that is from?
Is it Reputation?
Yes.
Is it? Shut up.
Okay.
No, I didn't even notice that. Wait, I just posted it. How did I not?
Wait, let me see. I
this.
posted it.
Is it this? Wait. Is it this? Is it this one?
No.
No. It's
wait.
like it's like her face is like made out of smoke.
Her face, exact. Wait,
Yeah.
wait, guys, right here. Look.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that.
This.
Oh
is that,
yes, I did see
okay?
that. Oh my god, I'm
Yes.
dying. I'm dying.
Okay,
So,
that makes sense.
I
I'm a
posted
rep
that.
clown, by the way. I don't know if you know. I'm a major
You
rep
what?
clown.
Oh.
Like a rep clown.
Oh.
I'm constantly clowning.
That's her
like,
favorite album.
Okay.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Every time there's a theory, I'm like, this. You see this?
I mean,
Yeah.
we know
I
it's
just-
coming. Like, we know it's coming
Exactly.
probably this year. Like, in my opinion, I think we're going to get the 2 re-records this year.
We think
I agree too. The 13th.
well, the 13th,
Yeah.
September 13th, December 13th.
Possibly, yeah. I would even
That's
be
the
okay with
best.
like a New Year's
my
Day
God.
reputation
would
drop.
love.
Like that would be great.
Would die.
Maybe she announces it on her birthday and like who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. Who knows?
But
All of it.
anyways, I posted this.
Yeah.
And there were people in the comments. Well, most people were like, "Oh my God, that is it," and like I can't wait for Reputation. There were a couple comments that were like, "Why are you always like be happy with tortured poets?"
People
like,
always say that.
It's so
God,
annoying. Like we're allowed
relax.
to have fun. I'm pointing something out. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, we're not
it's not
saying
harming
fuck
anyone.
tortured poets. We want rep now.
No.
We're just,
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's
silly.
not harming anyone. It's
Yeah.
part of like why the fandom is so fun. And
Completely.
honestly, I was just pointing out a fact. That is just a fact. There was nothing.
Look at this.
I didn't
Yeah.
even say anything about Reputation. I just posted the comparison. Do what you want with
yeah,
it, but
exactly.
like it's a fact.
Yeah.
Also, half the time too, like these are things that that we
That she
perceive
wants
that
us
she
to
wants
notice.
us to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
and
yeah.
notice.
Yeah.
Why else is she the queen of Easter eggs?
Exactly.
The queen of little hints and all these
And
things.
why
like,
put that in the
why
back
put
of
it there?
her on the screen?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
come on, she knew we were gonna see that.
Yeah.
Completely.
So, and obviously we know it's coming, so it's not like wow, it's spoiling any.
I feel like that's a
no.
common thing for people to always say, like, why can't Swiftie just be happy with like what she gives
They
us?
call us greedy.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
sometimes
like we
I'm a little
low key
greedy.
are, but there's nothing wrong with that. We love the music that our artist gives us. Like, there's
Exactly.
Of
nothing.
course, we'll always
yeah,
want more.
exactly.
Of
yeah.
course.
Of course.
If we weren't
The crowd is
wanting
chanting
more,
more.
that would
She
be
knows that.
bad. Yeah.
No, it's so true. Also, Tortured Poets Department, guys, what do you think of the
Dude,
album?
Oh, it's so good.
I'm at it. I have no words to describe it still. Like it's been weeks.
Yeah.
I did like a lyric breakdown thing. We went in depth on our first listen. We put it all over YouTube and everything, and it was so fun, amazing. Still at this moment on what day is it right now? It's May 14th. It's been like almost a month now since it's come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you my like top 5. Like,
Yeah.
I really can't.
No, I
It
think
always
that
changes.
it does.
I think my
good.
number one is Fresh Out the Slammer.
Really?
Yeah.
You've been loving that lately.
I love
That's
that
been
song.
consistent for
Like,
a few.
That's
love
a hot
it
take.
so
I like
much.
it though.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I haven't heard
is.
anyone with that top.
Really?
Neither
Yeah.
have I. At number 1.
Wow,
Okay.
I'm like literally unique.
It-
I
okay.
love it though.
If
Yeah.
I
Oh my
had
god, you're
to-
so
like,
different.
If I had to choose one top, like gun to my head,
Yeah.
yeah.
Guilty as Sin.
Oh, I love that one
Love
too.
it too. I
love
love
that
it
one
too.
too. That would be in my top 5 too
Right?
for
Yeah,
sure.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Gun to my head. What's a song I put on? Well, it might be I Hate It Here.
I know, I
fucking
love that
That's
one
a
too.
top. That's a
song.
top
I love
3
that
for
one
me.
I just
it's so
love it.
relatable.
Yeah,
It's
it
so
really
It's
is,
like
yeah.
the world's just we romanticize everything. It's
Yeah,
like for
yeah.
the hopeless romantics, you think like
Completely.
the other centuries were so much better, and
Yeah,
but
yeah,
really
yeah.
it all sucks.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
right, exactly. Relatively, everything sucks.
Yeah.
It's funny you brought up the hopeless romantic part of it. I think that the way that I kind of identify with Taylor's music has definitely changed over time based on like my real life experiences. Like I feel like when I was younger, it was definitely way more. I was a much more romantic person
Yeah, I
and
get
had
that.
those like dreams and visions
Yeah.
of fairy tale life or whatever. And then as you get older, you become a lot more jaded
Yeah.
and things happen and you
Yeah.
get fucking dumped and
Yep.
like it ruins your life and like whatever. But then sometimes though, when I listen to these songs, like it's very comforting to know that like the same thing happened to her. Like I'm not just
Yeah.
a loser that
Exactly.
like thought like, oh my God, like true love, what? And then like she's singing about it too. And it's so some of those songs, specifically I Hate It Here, that where she escapes Secret Garden in my mind,
Yeah.
Lunar Valley's in my mind, like those disassociating really
Yes.
Yeah.
and dreaming of like something that's more romantic, it makes it feel okay for me to still feel that way. in my
Yeah.
life, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if the biggest
nice.
pop star in the world could feel that way, then so could we.
Yeah.
Completely.
Also,
completely.
in line with that, the prophecy. It's just
Love the-
like
You love the
Oh
prophecy.
my
I
God.
love, I love it too.
the
I love
prophecy.
it.
It is
You
so
die for
good.
it.
Love the
Like,
prophecy. I think prophecy actually, it's tied with Fresh Out the Slammer.
Yeah,
Those
'cause
two
you
are
love-
tied.
you
I love that
Prophecy.
one. I
Does
really
Prophecy
do.
make you cry?
Yes.
Yeah, me
Oh
too.
my
yeah, me
God,
too.
yeah.
All the time.
Same with I Hate It Here though. Like
too.
they're just so sad because
That
it's
whole-
I know.
I feel like every girl could relate
Yeah.
to that.
That's why, whatever.
feeling
That's why.
lonely.
But that's why I just don't get the girls who have like posted on TikTok, whatever, or Twitter, reviewing the album and being like it's just so long and boring. Like I just don't get it. Like how do you not get it? Like have you
crazy.
never been in a relationship? Have
I
you never
know.
felt love for another person or a friend or a family member or
Totally.
been
Or
heartbroken
or just
hurt
felt
in general?
hurt,
Yeah,
you know-
exactly.
You know what I mean? Or felt lonely or felt
definitely
like you were,
think-
the only person
Yeah.
feeling this way. Or,
Yeah, exactly.
I
know.
definitely think the album like was a grower for a lot of people.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Like, did you see? I forget what outlet it was. It might have been CNN that retracted
New
their
York
own-
Times.
New York Times.
Yeah.
That fucking
New York
guy
Times?
Who,
Yeah.
of course, because they posted that they posted a couple things. They posted the review saying it was blah. Then they posted, is she too famous or is
Yeah,
she too
she's
successful?
oxygen
And-
sucking is what
no,
they called her.
That's
It's
fucking
crazy.
insane to
Yeah.
me. Absolute insanity. Do you get a lot of because I took a spin through your comments on all the posts and stuff, and it seems like the group of people that are following your stuff are pretty positive Taylor fans. Like there's not a lot of hate. Do you run into that or do you see that a lot? Because sometimes when I'll see like, E! News will post about it and it'll be like, Taylor Swift changed the set list at the Eras Tour. And the comments will be like, who gives a fuck? Blah, 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 blah. Like, do you get any of that backlash? Like side shit? Or
There's
do you get
always
mostly, like,
there's
positivity?
always
I feel like
gonna
there's
be
always
hate,
gonna be,
no
yeah,
matter
for
what.
sure.
Like
Yeah.
okay, I don't know if you saw the baby at the Eras Tour on the floor.
What the fuck was
thing.
that about? Was that a real baby?
It was a real baby.
That
It was
was
a real baby.
that was a
and
real baby,
I try
okay.
not to give my own opinion on it.
Right.
even though I
Baby
definitely
at the
have
Eras
one.
Tour.
Yeah, did you see this? It was
No.
a real baby on the floor.
Was
in
it at the show
Paris.
you guys were at?
I don't know. We were at night 2.
Like a
Okay,
newborn
this was night
baby?
4.
Okay.
Like a newborn baby?
Like a young baby, less than a year, probably like 3 months old looking, with like the concert
Yeah, yeah.
headphones on, and it was on the floor. I assume
Like so a mother put it on the floor.
yes, but like on a blanket. I assume it was probably like changing a diaper. I don't know. Regardless, a baby that young doesn't need to be on the floor of the Eras Tour concert. Like, and I know that like maybe that's controversial, but sorry, I just like get a fucking babysitter, no?
Right.
And
Yeah.
but the picture went around. I actually thought it was like fake. I was like, this must be like a
I
baby
didn't see
doll,
this at all.
something bizarre. Well, then it kind of disappeared. Like I didn't really see it after
Well,
I saw it the one time.
So it was all over Twitter.
Yeah.
And I posted about it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I briefly because
Yeah.
I then took it down.
Right.
Because there were a lot of people were kind of like appalled by it, and I didn't write my
Right.
opinion. I just posted it
Right.
just to inform
It was
people.
crazy.
That there was a
it was
baby there.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. It's
a
like
crazy thing.
It also brings up the topic of like how young is too young to
Right,
be at
at a
a
concert,
concert,
in
right?
general, yeah.
And
Completely.
it's not. I'm not a parent. It's not my place to judge.
Sure.
So I try not to give my opinion, but like people definitely had their opinions in the comments.
Yeah.
And in my DMs.
No,
So,
fully. By the way,
yeah.
I don't care. I'm not a parent either. I'm judging the person that brought the 3-month-old baby. And put it on the floor at the Eras tour. Like, I have no problem judging that person.
You can't not judge.
Like, listen, we all love. We love Taylor Swift.
Your friends literally dropped out because they were pregnant.
That's what I'm saying. We had you
have to make sacrifices.
Our trip that we had planned, we planned like a year ago. We like emailed a lot of fonts. We did the whole set up like a suite thing. Got 20 of my friends together, split the whole thing. Like, it was amazing. It was really ended up being like incredible. But the original like group of people that were going, I would say 4 or 5 of them got pregnant and dropped out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 33. All my friends are about the same age.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's having babies. And
either smoking weed or having babies.
Exactly. That line is like, it hits me too hard because I'm smoking weed, they're all having babies.
I didn't get that line until Kelly explained it to me because I was like, I don't get it.
That's just what it is. And so, and for her, it really is like, Billie Glavis having babies. Jack Antonoff smoking weed.
Gigi has a baby.
Gigi's got a baby. But so, I have one of my closest friends just had her baby like a month and a half ago, and when she was pregnant, she was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have the baby before the show, so maybe I can still go, like whatever. She was being delusional, like crazy. We were like, no, girl, no way, you're gonna want to leave your baby, like it's not anything. So to think, even for a second, like even like 3 months in, to like, I guess to leave your baby, whatever, that's one thing. But to think like I'm gonna put headphones on this baby and I'm gonna bring it on the floor of the loudest.
It had a bracelet involved.
Like the loudest, most chaotic concert of the century.
Too. Like it's a pit too.
And
like,
a general admission.
Right, general admission. Another thing. If it was it's one thing if maybe she had a seat so she could hold it while sitting down.
Or in a carrier.
Completely. Because clearly the tickets were probably purchased before that baby was born. But it's like, again, you have to be. That's the whole thing.
People were.
You had a kid. Sorry.
Yeah, people in Paris were saying like how insane GA was and how like unsafe at times it felt, and like people were passing out, whatever.
It was
like
a closed, it's a closed. You've spent
arena,
a lot of time in Paris, and it's a closed arena, so it was very hot, and it was just, of course,
there was a lot of fucking people in there. Yeah,
a ton of people. Yeah. Like it was crazy. But no, I
didn't see one thing about this baby.
That's crazy. No, I know. Well, you have to look up. I'm sure it's still going on Twitter, but it is funny.
I'm gonna look it up and see.
I don't think I saw you post it. I saw it on Twitter for like half a second, and then thought that's fake. Didn't even bother doing research. And then I heard other people talking about it, and I was like, oh my fucking god, what are we doing here?
Oh my god, yeah, wow, that really is a baby.
It's really, I know.
Wait, which picture is it? Which picture are you looking at?
This one?
Yeah, and there's another angle of it. I'll show you.
When I first saw it or heard about it, I'm sorry, I thought that it's
okay. She must have just put it down for a second.
For a second, right? Like, there's no way that baby just like laid there.
That's crazy. That's so
and like
crazy.
Imagine like it feels the vibrations on the floor. Imagine like some, you know what I mean? Like what the fuck?
It gets sucked up into the air.
I thought when I first heard it, somebody was like, "Did you see someone brought a baby to the Eras tour? Like it's crazy." I was like, "Okay, well that's fake. It must have been like a baby doll for baby but daddy I love him." Like that's how far I went.
Oh my god, that'd be a good idea.
Like in a costume, Like I figure someone's bringing a baby. I'm having this baby. No, I'm not.
Well,
and I'm like that's a little.
The craziest thing happened to our friend that we went to with the show. She was wearing a shirt that said, "But Daddy, I love him," and she is pregnant.
Yeah.
And a random guy on the metro came up to her and goes, "You're pregnant,"
it's crazy.
And ran away. And we're like, "Oh my god, is she fat shaming you? Like what the fuck?"
No, he's like, insane.
"No, the shirt. Like you're pregnant. You're having a baby."
Yeah,
she's wearing the shirt like, "But Daddy, I love it."
Yeah.
We're like, "Oh my god, no, she's actually pregnant."
It was insane.
Oh
it
my
was like
god.
psychotic. People were shit was in the air that night. Like shit was
babiness.
Going crazy. You've been to? Did you go to Eras Tour round 1?
Yes.
Like which one? Where did you go? Which shows?
Nashville, Gillette, and MetLife.
Nice.
Incredible. Which MetLife?
MetLife?
Yeah. Which
which
one?
one?
Yeah.
Whichever one she sang "Welcome to New York" as a surprise.
Oh,
song.
night 3. Yeah,
night
I was
three.
there for that
yeah.
one
You were
too.
there?
I did night 2 and 3. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Slay. Oh, I love
that.
Very
Clean
fun.
and welcome to New York.
How was Nashville? I was at MetLife night 1. Was
Okay.
So I got Maroon and Getaway Car featuring Jack Antonoff.
Stop.
I brag about it every chance I get.
Yeah, whatever.
So you got
Wait,
the
were
best
you
ones.
there for the Speak Now TV announcement?
That's what I was gonna
That's
ask.
sick.
Oh my fucking god!
It was
That's
insane.
Were you
I've
dying?
never screamed so
Oh my
loud.
God,
in
I
my
can't
career. I
imagine.
lost my voice.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
I can't
So
imagine.
insane. Are you going to any of the European dates?
I have nothing planned right
Not
now.
yet.
Honestly, I regret not going to Paris because I literally have an apartment that my
Right,
family's there.
When you were
So,
saying that, I
like,
was like, oh, I was surprised that you weren't going when you were saying about the
everyone
apartment.
was. All my friends were like, "You're not going." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Shit, I should have gone."
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
didn't I? I don't know. I figured it would be like kind of a pain to transfer tickets. I didn't know how it was going to be in Europe. I don't think anyone really did.
No, it definitely
then-
was in my opinion, very different experience.
Totally.
Just
very
like
different. Yeah.
a little more chaotic, but at the same time easier.
It was kind of easy breezy in a way that was like, this is chaos,
a little too
right? Like,
easy breezy.
yeah, it was like, ooh, maybe someone should be paying. Like, I feel, I'm not saying, I'm certainly not condoning this now, especially that Paris is over. But I felt like we could have like kind of snuck in there somehow. Like, totally. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't.
They didn't even check IDs.
Heavy.
I heard.
No, they did check IDs.
Not at all.
They barely checked my bag.
Okay.
Like they literally went like, who?
Like,
and that's it. Like I could have.
Kind of shit.
That's what freaked me out. I was like,
it was a way smaller arena because
no one cared.
The Olympics shit going on. So like all the stuff, like the big arena there is closed off for the Olympics and whatever. But regardless, it was all a really good time.
Yeah.
I just like died.
I really want to go to Miami. That's what I'm trying to do.
Too.
I'm manifesting. Good. I'll see you guys there.
Yeah.
Then.
No,
honestly,
we'll
like
we're
I'm going. I will
stand.
stand. You'll see me outside the stadium waving. I'll be there all 3 nights. We'll
be the people in the
parking
lot, like singing for.
My parents live like an
in
hour north of Miami, so it's kind of like a little too perfect. But the tickets are just.
Insane.
I haven't even looked at them. I'm too afraid.
Dude, they're like
it's
$5,000 minimum.
Yeah, that's
for
insane.
nosebleeds.
Come on.
And I can't do that.
No.
My poor mom, she wants to go so bad, and I'm like, I want to take her to the Miami show so bad because she lives so close. But she's like, I'm not paying for that. I'm like, I don't blame you.
Like, and I don't blame her, and I wouldn't. Like I would never. Like when we our Paris trip, that was a lot of money, but it was like. It made sense for what we were doing. We turned a trip out of it. It was this massive thing. It was different.
Yeah,
and even the ticket itself was exponentially less than that. Like, it was just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Everyone, like, obviously there's no bad seats for the Eras Tour, but like.
Except behind the stage.
Except behind the stage. If you have the obstructed view.
Yeah.
Right,
but
I feel
like,
bad about that.
even though every seat's great, those seats at the top are not $5,000 worth.
No,
they're not even close.
I'm hoping that, like, if we're in Miami, even if we don't have tickets, Ticketmaster will drop
like
some,
a last second,
outside the stadium or something.
For sure. There's always people running around. There was a girl I heard her running around being like, "Does anyone need a ticket? Does anyone need a ticket?"
Yeah, I know that was weird. Yeah, that guy was cute.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
don't need a ticket,
like,
but I need your number.
My box seat on the floor, like, show me actually. Where is it?
Honestly though, like if we're outside the stadium, there's always people who DM me with last minute tickets. Things happen, people get sick, people can't make it.
Totally.
So if we're outside the stadium waiting and like.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So maybe we should just plan on going to Miami.
I think in my head
we're
going.
Totally go.
Yeah. I've already kind of decided.
And you know what?
In my mind.
If we don't get in, we'll hit the bars like near.
Exactly.
We'll go to 11.
We'll just say, yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Not 11, my fucking favorite place.
I've never been there.
Oh, it's so fun.
We'll take you. We'll take you when we're all in Miami.
Oh my
God. It's basically a strip club, so prepare.
Oh, it's okay.
But it's
There's
tasteful.
also Club like Live, right?
Yeah, I never been to Live.
Live is the one that's
and
like
Space.
bachelorette party. Like if you're about, well, both places are bachelorette like hubs.
Adjacent, yeah.
But Live is more just like regular nightclub. 11 is a nightclub that does performances that's also a strip club. So it's like a whole
very cool.
It's
so cool. And I'm not a big like strip club person. Like we talked about this.
I'm
like
a huge strip club. I love
and
it.
I loved it. I thought it was really cool, and I thought it was very like they do like these insane performances in the middle of the floor. So it's really cool. Yeah.
The last time I was at 11, G-Eazy performed. How bizarre!
Was that like 2015?
Yes, like literally.
Wait, in 2015?
Yes. No, I think it was what year was it? It was before COVID. It probably been 2019.
I was gonna say it had to be.
Art Basel, like December 2019.
That's hilarious.
And it was,
my God.
And it was G-Eazy, and we're like, what the fuck?
I've been to a G-Eazy concert.
That's so random.
You had a G-Eazy phase too?
I went.
I thought he was so sexy.
Like 2017. I was like obsessed.
It was like, okay.
Yeah.
And
he was like that bad boy vibe.
Yeah, totally.
100%. Okay, the main thing I want to know about, and I want to know as many details as you can tell us.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you end up at Taylor Swift's house? Was it a secret session? Was it a personal invite? Tell us everything.
Okay, so it was a secret session. It was the Reputation secret
session.
You know
how I knew that because the picture that you have of the two of you, she's got Reputation hair. So I was like, she was at a Reputation.
She has like that kind of like thin bob.
Yeah, the thin bob, the little curly.
Yeah.
Wet look. How are you like told about this? Like I don't know how much you're allowed to talk about. Like it feels so. Like I feel like I hear stories about it.
Did you have to sign anything?
You know, we didn't have to sign anything surprisingly, but we did get our phones taken away.
Right, that makes sense.
Like, but how'd you end up there? Like, did they call you up or like?
Okay, so
you just call Taylor up.
Yeah, you just call her up.
I was a senior in high school, and I was doing an internship at like the vet clinic, and Taylor at the time followed me on Tumblr back when she was on there,
right?
And then I got a DM from her on Instagram when I was at work. Like I was at my internship and I got a DM from her.
On Swifties fraternity or your
it
was
actual
actually
account? From my Instagram. Okay. It was actually my Instagram. So she had just liked one of my Tumblr posts. Okay. And then went straight to my Instagram, watched all my stories, voted on one of my polls, which was so random.
That's crazy.
It was like a picture of me and it said, "Do you think the Reputation era will live up to the previous ones?" And she voted yes.
Oh that's amazing. That's really cute.
That's cute.
And then she swiped up on my story and sent me a smiley face. Random, like just a smiley face, like the really smiley face.
Yeah, of course.
And I was like, what the hell does that mean? Like, why is she DMing me that?
What'd you say? We're like, hey.
I was like, oh my God, hi Taylor.
You're like all caps. Oh, hey girl.
I actually think it was all caps and I love you so much.
Yeah, of course.
And then after, I think it was 3 days later, Taylor Nation DM'd me on Tumblr.
Oh, wow.
So random, the back and forth between Tumblr and Instagram.
Wait, that's so interesting.
Tumblr was her like main
oh
spot.
my God,
but
guys,
it's crazy to me that
that
Tumblr was still being used that frequently, because I'm only a year older than you, and by the time I was a senior in high school, like, I stopped using Tumblr in like 8th grade.
2017 was still popping off at that time, because I remember, because I was like I wasn't an avid Tumblr user, but I did like to scroll Tumblr. Like I didn't really like participate in it so much. But when I had graduated college, I was doing internships in like 2013.
No, that's
14.
That's when Tumblr was huge.
So I could see how it would still kind of
like
carry
2017.
through.
Well, even when no one was using Tumblr anymore, Taylor was still on it.
Still on it, right?
She stopped, I think, during the Reputation
right,
era.
That makes sense.
And it's only because, I don't know if you know this, but Tumblr has a feature where, like, if you like a post, you know how everyone can see your liked posts on Tumblr?
Yeah.
Whoever the original poster of the post was can go change what it said after you liked it and make it look like
Taylor liked something bad.
Exactly.
That's
that's what started happening around, I think, the 2016, 2017 election, all that stuff. And people were changing things.
You're like,
yeah, there you go.
Okay, that makes sense.
And so I think that's why she stopped, because, like, why would you be able to change something? It's so stupid.
No, that's a stupid feature.
So Tumblr lost Taylor for that reason.
Right.
Damn.
If not, I swear she would still be on it today.
No, I believe it. It sounds like it was her. It was
a great like creative outlet.
It was away from everyone, all the bullshit, from all the haters.
Yeah.
It was literally just like fans.
And we're missing that right now, I think, and that's why like the Instagram is good, and most times Instagram is okay as long as you like find the right people. Twitter's a fucking cesspool.
Twitter's
a
nightmare.
Beyond.
Twitter is terrifying.
It's awful.
I'm completely anonymous on there.
We don't even have a Twitter.
We don't
for
have a
Taylor
Watch
because
Twitter.
we're like, I don't even.
It's scary.
It's scary on it, but we don't even want to participate. Like,
there's a lot of
there's
a lot of scary people on
there.
there.
Wait, so continue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So no, it's okay. So where was I? Taylor
Tumblr
Taylor Nation.
DM.
Taylor Nation DM'd me, and it was like, send me your phone number, your address, and your date of birth or something like that. I was like, okay. So
I'll give you my social security number.
Literally, I'm like taking notes right now. Like, And then she said, okay, right.
So I sent them all the information, and then I think the next day they called me.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was like a Friday.
Did it say like Taylor Nation on the dial? Oh my God.
But they told me they were gonna call me, so I think I knew they were gonna call me.
That's what I always worry about. I'm like, if I get a surprise call, I'll be like, oh,
I answer like all my calls.
You gotta answer.
Right.
You gotta answer everything.
Answer.
One day it'll happen.
You never know.
But yeah, so they call me. It's like a Friday, and they're like, "Hey, Olivia, Taylor saw how like much of a fan you are of hers, and you looked at your Instagram and blah blah blah. Are you free next Thursday?"
Oh my God.
And
yes.
I was like,
of course I am.
I have school, but like, yeah, fuck that.
yeah.
And she was like, okay, we're going to email you some details by Sunday, but can you come to Rhode Island? And I was like, yes, I can.
Oh my
Wait, you went to her Rhode Island house?
Yeah, holiday house.
No, stop. I'm like crying my eyes out. That's so
Sunday,
insane.
I'm like...
No, it's so insane.
That's crazy.
I'm waiting for their email Sunday.
Yeah.
No email.
Oh.
I'm like freaking
I
out.
Cried. I would have been like
freaking out. Monday, no email. Freaking out. I think it was by Monday night. My dad was like, check your spam.
Right.
I checked my spam, and it was in my spam.
Oh, thank
and
God.
Always check spam.
Thank God for Dad.
From Sunday?
Yeah.
And it had come on Sunday?
Yeah, it had come on Sunday.
Oh, my God.
And I thank God I checked.
Yeah.
So
Right.
thank you, Dad. But
Yeah.
so then Thursday I got my hair and makeup done with my mom.
Yeah, that's so
Because back
fun.
then you could bring a +1. I was the last secret session where they allowed a +1.
Damn.
Because
so
then
nice,
people
yeah.
started like stealing shit from her house.
Well, it gets
and
weird.
they
It
took
got
They
weird.
took +1s away.
It also got weird. Well, she doesn't even do them
Jesus.
anymore. She doesn't do secret.
This is
like,
literally why we can't have nice things.
I
Like,
know.
what the fuck
Exactly.
is wrong with
It's-
people?
I don't understand, especially fans. Like, you're not a fan. if
You're
you
not
act
a
like that.
fan.
You're
You're
not a
not.
fan.
You're fake
Anyways,
as
that's,
fuck.
that's really lucky you got to bring.
Yeah.
Your mom. That's
Yeah,
a sweet,
and my mom
sweet
and I
thing.
have been like fans together since the
Oh,
start.
Oh,
So
that's so
it
fun.
was such a
Magical. I
great
love
experience.
that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we road tripped to Rhode Island from Connecticut. So like
So,
2 hours.
yeah, so quick.
couple
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
And then we like met up at this I don't even know what it was. Like, it was a parking lot in
Yeah.
the middle of nowhere. It was dead because it was October. No one was in
course.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
No one was in Watch Hill.
Yeah.
And then they took our phones and stuff, and there was obviously security. We all got in a van, and
They blindfolded you and
Yeah, they blindfolded you.
Yeah,
Gagged
and,
your
they
mouths.
gagged you,
Yeah. Tied your wrists together.
Yeah, okay.
Wait, actually, guys, this sounds so like sketchy.
No, it does.
Now that I'm saying it,
Yeah.
like, I got
Don't
into
even
a van. They took our
I
phones.
gave her my
like-
number, my email. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're in
I
a
don't blame you,
van.
though.
I
There's
would do the
like
exact
some
same.
other fans. We're all in the van. I don't remember how many rows or anything there was, but we were
Right.
all singing, and we were singing so loudly the van was like shaking up and down.
Oh my
like,
God,
sound
that's so
up and
fun.
down.
How many people
unbelievable.
were there, do you think?
God, maybe like 20.
Oh, wow.
I
okay.
wanna
That's more
say
than I thought there would be.
Maybe
Wow.
I,
Yeah.
I want to say probably.
And were you
between
guys
15
like the
and 20.
only people? That was the whole crew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then, they drove us up through the gates. The gates I've seen so many times because I
Right.
go to Watch Hill every summer
Yeah,
to just
yeah.
chill at the beach.
That's nice.
Not to stalk.
Right.
Yeah. Not just if I drive by,
If I just
coincidence.
if I caught a glimpse, like, sue me.
She's on the way to the beach, sure,
But whatever.
no, but for yeah.
So yeah, then we pull in and then went in like through the garage and everything, and there was security again, metal detectors, all that
Holy
stuff.
shit. Metal detectors. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and that just like the scanner
Of course.
thing.
Yeah.
And then we just hung out in the kitchen. Taylor was nowhere to be found yet.
Oh.
She was like in her room getting ready.
Of course.
And
my
then I think the first person we saw was Austin. And then Scott came down. So
my
we were
God.
all just like talking to each other because some people knew each other from Instagram.
Sure, right. That's
and then
cute.
and then we were just talking to her family, and then eventually Andrea came down, and
God,
then I
the
was
big
talking to
reveal.
her security guard, like asking him questions and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So we were all mingling and stuff. I like lost track of time. I don't even remember how
long it was, yeah. I was gonna ask.
And then we were
Yeah.
like hanging out on the balcony with like the view of everything. I'm like, I used to be all down there on the beach all the time,
Yeah.
looking up, and now I'm looking down.
It's crazy.
And then eventually there was like pizza and Chick-fil-A and
Yum.
Oh my God.
yeah, it was like very good. Like, good job, Taylor.
Yeah.
Just
Chick-fil-A.
like good shit.
Yeah.
Damn, now I'm craving it.
and that, although I was like freaking out, so I didn't really eat. I was just like so nervous.
I mean, of course.
Yeah.
how
Yeah,
can
because like, what if you like fart or something?
Yeah.
yeah, no, exactly.
That's
So,
the last thing you want to
Look what you made me do. Comes on and you're like, oh my God.
You're like, ooh.
God.
imagine having the
Anyway.
shits at Taylor
No,
Swift's
no,
house.
No.
Yeah, you
like,
like
worst
drop
case
a
scenario.
bomb in her bathroom.
I think I would vomit. Like, I think I'd be
I know. I feel
so-
like I would get nauseous
I
in the
have
morning
such a
for sure.
I'm such a nervous person that like if that were the case and I were waiting anticipation like in a kitchen
Yeah.
for 20
I
minutes
feel like
for
I
her
would
to come
throw up.
downstairs,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
or I would get diarrhea.
I'd be like,
no,
someone get me a
seriously.
ginger
Yeah.
ale. Like, someone get me a ginger ale right now. Like,
yeah,
I'm
I want to
dying.
say we were like hanging out with her family for at least an hour without
Oh wow.
her.
Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a long time. So
Yeah.
then
So then,
when she came down.
So then
Yeah.
we all get escorted into the living room.
oh my God.
Yeah, and we all sit down on the ground on like pillows and stuff, and someone started singing a song, and I want to say it was like Love Story or something
Yeah.
like that, and then she came running down while we were all singing.
Oh my
Mhm.
God.
And
That's
she just
so
like
cute.
popped out. She was like, "Hey guys!"
No.
Oh my God.
I
It
would
was
just like I would pass out.
it
I would
was
die. I would
unreal.
die.
So, all right. So she pops downstairs. Things are going crazy. She, from the videos I've seen of her doing secret sessions, she basically just like describes like this is the new album. Like,
Yeah,
this is what's going
yeah.
on.
So
and then she just like plays it. And you all just like sit around listening.
So basically, like, at first, like she sits in her throne,
course.
and then she had her glass of white wine,
Obsessed.
always.
Obsessed. Oh
And
my
then
God.
she's just like introducing herself, and then just talking to us a little bit before everything.
Yeah.
And then she gets into like, oh, so I have a new album coming out in 3 weeks and stuff. And then she goes through, she plays each song, and then before each song would tell us like a story of like what she wrote it about.
God, this
The
is
tea was
insane.
probably
I know.
incredible.
And then I
Hyping.
think at the time she showed us an unreleased music video that came out like very soon after
Incredible.
Endgame.
Was it like kind of awkward, like just sitting there and like listening while like looking at her?
I think
That was my next
everyone was
question.
just like starstruck.
Like couldn't believe that you're
I
sitting
don't.
I know. I
there.
feel like I
wasn't-
wouldn't even be able
It
to
wasn't
like.
awkward, but I was just like, Taylor Swift is right in front of me.
Right.
Yeah,
Of
and like
course.
what if you like don't like the song?
I know, right? What if you're like, not for me?
Yeah.
Nice. Let's skip. I get the gist.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
skip.
Can you imagine if
No.
she's like, what do you? I want each of your opinions.
What do you
like,
think?
What do you
Please
think?
tell me
Rate
what you
it
think.
1 through 10. Rate it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Be like,
no, but
6.
honestly,
That's
guys,
your best.
it was the most like euphoric experience.
Oh my god!
Hearing
Listening to Reputation for the first time
Endgame.
with
No, I
Endgame was the
Endgame,
first track that we heard. It
Oh my
was
God.
I would have
The
fainted.
the
I
most
would have like passed
that
out.
is like one memory, you know, that like memories
Right,
that
that
are
you'll never
burned into your
forget,
brain
yeah.
that you won't forget how
Yeah.
you felt in that
Of course.
second. So I keep hitting this thing.
I know we
Endgame
did.
was incredible
Yeah.
on the first
Wow.
listen. Like it was the greatest thing I've ever heard.
can't imagine.
It was magical.
Unreal.
And then like hearing Ed Sheeran in it,
Yeah.
it
Holy
was
shit.
so good.
Wow.
And then
Oh yeah, Ed Sheeran, Future,
Yeah.
like the whole
Yeah.
gang. Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
yep. And
Unbelievable.
then I just remember like my mom and I were looking at each other. We're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
this is real.
We're sitting in the middle of Taylor Swift's living room.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, so after that, she went through the whole album, told us stories, and kept talking a little bit. Then eventually, we all went into the other room. She was like, follow me.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we went into the
Stop.
other room, and there was a piano,
No.
And she sang.
No. What did she sing?
All Too Well.
No, bitch. You're lying.
Yeah,
You're
no.
lying.
No, the 10-minute version wasn't out
Right,
yet,
right,
obviously.
right.
Obviously,
So,
of course. This is.
yes.
Wait, no, but even still.
No, like
Still.
it was,
Just-
guys. I was like right next to like you're
Shut
Taylor at
up.
the piano. Your piano's right here.
Yeah.
I was standing right here, and we were all singing along, and it was the most like magical
I have
experience
chills.
ever.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Listen,
crazy.
So
like,
yeah,
I'm like
crazy.
almost so jealous that I can't even look at you. Like
I
it's
know.
just-
I'm like getting a
oh
little mad. I'm like,
No,
my
guys,
fucking
Taylor
God.
Watch will have
wow,
its
that's so
time.
I hope.
lucky. That's so exciting.
that's crazy.
What a special time.
Yeah,
too.
what a special
I love
moment.
that I love that she. I mean, you know, it's obviously much harder for her to do things like that now. She was famous as fuck right then, but
Yeah.
she is so,
So famous
so
now,
right
yeah.
now.
on another level.
That it's like it's
on
hard to
another
imagine
level.
that she would do something as simple as
Right.
invite a group of 20 people to come sit in her house,
I honestly,
her personal home.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
The
It's so lucky.
pandemic, I think, changed
Yeah,
everything.
totally.
Definitely.
I think had the pandemic not happened, even if she was as big as she is now, I think
Yeah.
she still would have done them.
But
I
it's
would've-
it would've
but
been
the
a way to
crazy,
figure it
yeah.
out.
But, I mean, we were even. I feel like we've talked about this before. Like, if the pandemic, if the pandemic never happened, like we would have never even gotten Folklore
I know.
Evermore.
And
you
two
know?
of her
So
best
true.
albums.
And
So,
yeah,
like,
exactly. Like,
yeah.
and probably would have never gotten Midnight's. Like it would have been so. Like I can't even
I would
imagine
not have
what.
survived the pandemic without Folklore Nevermore.
No, totally
Completely.
not.
No.
Yeah,
The day
so
I just
it's
remember,
interesting to think about like what it would look like now.
Totally.
If
so
that
different.
wasn't-
I
yeah.
really, yeah, it would be so different.
Yeah.
Folklore, I'll, everybody remembers where they were the day that
Literally,
Folklore
I
came
never
out. And
forgot.
then even Evermore was just,
Yeah.
like, it almost felt like, oh my fucking God, I can't believe we're getting so much.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. Wow, Olivia, that's a crazy
Well, and then the
story.
last part
So then-
is
what else happened?
after that.
Even more? I'm like, I
I
can't
know.
believe there's more.
After that, she went back into the living room where we were,
Yeah.
and we each like went one at it. Well, we were hanging out with her parents, and then we each one at a time went and like hung out with her and had our like one-on-one time. with her.
Right, and that's how that
And
picture.
that's where the pictures
did she
happen.
like have her Grammys on deck for people to take? Because the picture is you two and you're holding one of her Grammys.
So
right?
the Grammys are actually like on her wall, like on a shelf.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're right there, and that was the 1989 Album of the Year one.
Unbelievable.
Those things are
Just-
fucking heavy.
Oh, I
by
can't
the way.
even
so
imagine.
Cool. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
it's gold, right?
Yeah,
I assume,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
a solid gold.
So random that she had beach chairs in the living room.
Yeah.
Scott, her dad, brought them in for like I don't know props for pictures or
right,
something.
Right.
He's
And
so
honestly,
silly.
the picture of it kind of looks like you guys were on the deck. I thought for some reason.
Yeah,
like,
no,
oh, they're
we're in the
outside.
living
Yeah.
room on the rug. Like we're
Wow.
definitely we're in the
Damn,
living
all
room.
that natural light.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, we're in the living
Wait,
room.
I need to. Is this
It's
your
her
profile
it's her
picture?
profile.
It
I
is
thought
my-
your profile
yeah.
picture is in black and white.
Mm-mm.
Oh, then maybe I'm so
It
dumb.
um
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just insane.
Yeah.
So all right. So
Oh
so
yeah, the
all
beach
that,
chairs. That's hilarious.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I really didn't even notice
So
it.
random. I mean, I guess it sets me apart from the other pictures. It's like
No, for
they're
sure.
unique.
It's very
like-
cute.
Totally.
Very cute, very casual. You guys look
Yeah.
like besties. Like it's a
Yeah.
whole thing. It's
I was
amazing.
freaking out.
I would like
on the
frame that
inside.
photo
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh,
and,
it is. Yeah.
yeah, all over
Oh
my
my
house.
god,
Yeah.
I would literally have it as a fat head.
No, I know, right? Like it would just.
Wait,
I'd
what's a
carry it
fat
with
head?
me.
You don't know fathead? Oh my
No.
god,
These big,
they
like,
make them of like usually sports players, but like they're big,
It's like a life-size sticker, basically.
sticker that
Put on
goes
the
on your
wall.
wall.
A sticker?
Yeah, yeah.
like a life-size,
Like-
like you know, like when you
It's
walk
like life
in
size.
and-
It's like almost like a cardboard cutout, but a sticker. And you put it
Okay.
on your
Yeah,
wall.
and you
Like
put it
we
on-
had
That's
one
cool.
of a random Eagles player like in our
Okay.
downstairs
Yeah, yeah,
basement.
yeah.
Yeah. But that's
Um,
what I would do.
that is an experience that I just like. Again, I do hope that someday she feels, you know, whatever the reason is that she's not doing it safe enough.
Safe, yeah.
You know, I don't even know, trusting enough
Yeah, yeah.
to be
Yeah.
able to do that again. And I hope that more people get to experience that because it sounds like it
I
was
think.
really
I mean,
just to
now
die
she
for.
did
Ugh.
like the All Too Well premiere. That was
Right.
cool.
Right.
So like she finds other ways to meet us, which is
Yes.
nice. I think one day, I really do think she'll bring the secret sessions back.
I hope
I
so.
don't know
So
when.
too.
It could be in 5-10 years, but I think they'll come back.
Yeah.
I hope
Maybe
so
when
too. And
everything
I'll be
settles
waiting.
down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Even
will.
if I'm
I'll
even
be
if I'm
waiting,
like 100 years old,
It
like,
doesn't
I'm
matter.
It's been
Yeah.
84 years.
Yeah. I'm 100. She's 1 year older than me, so it's like
Yeah.
I'm 100. She's 101. I'll be like, girl, I'll still
Yeah.
bring that white wine.
No, literally.
I've got that good.
Yep.
Like it doesn't matter.
We
how
have
ugly as fuck. I'll sing
the,
along.
What's Gaslighter Rosé?
Yes, yes, which I still
Yeah.
fucking have.
Yeah.
Now. I keep forgetting to bring
I
it
know
in.
we have to drink it.
I ordered
So
it.
funny.
It took forever. For some reason, it took so long to come here. Like I don't know, it was ridiculous. But I have that whole thing. But Olivia, thank you. What a exciting story to share with us. And I think that I think the Instagram that the community you're building is great. I think
Yeah.
that
Thank
it's
you.
good.
Follow her
vibes.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Swifties for
Swifties for
Eternity.
Eternity. Do you
No,
want-
it's like all the way through Swifties for Eternity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's fabulous. So what's on the horizon for you? What are
yeah.
you thinking about? You've got obviously the Instagram you're going on. You do other things on the side. Do you see a world where you become all Taylor Swift all the time?
Right now I'm like 95% Taylor Swift all
Right,
the time.
of
So like, yeah, there are some things in the works right now that I
Fabulous.
can't really talk about yet.
Ooh, we
But-
love a tease.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, So we'll see. But
Yeah.
hopefully, I would like to keep doing it for as long as I can and just like growing it and making it into something, I don't know, big and like broad, kind of broadening it a little. It'll always
Totally.
be Taylor, but like
Yeah, that's
I don't know,
what- yeah.
finding new ways to market it to different groups and like building the
Absolutely.
community of like-minded people who love music, talent, and like
Yeah, because you don't want. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I guess I'll
Absolutely.
just see where everything takes me. And
Totally.
and go
I
with
mean,
the
that's the
flow.
kind of the vibe that we go with
I know
too.
exactly.
Like,
that's how most people,
Yeah.
even here at Barcelona, that's how they start. They start with one common interest and then it grows into something
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
we'll have to keep our eyes on you, Olivia.
Yeah.
We'll have to
yeah,
keep-
seriously, and I'm
keep
sure we'll
following.
reconnect for sure. And if we all go to
Yeah.
Miami, that'd be so
Absolutely.
fun.
That would
yeah.
be that'd be a
Yeah.
really good time.
11,
Yeah.
Club 11.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. Our big
yeah.
night. Our
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
night. But all right. Well, thank you so much, Precious
thank
Thank
Angel.
you for having me.
And we will see the rest of you guys next week.